Yo, what up?
That was
welcome
Hov.
back to you hear me talking? Welcome back to another episode of Amen Say Man. It's your boy P. What's good, Marvelous?
What's up?
Ain't nothing. Playboy Nick.
What's good, y'all? Nick G in this motherfucker.
No question, Mr. Rem the model.
In the building.
What up, Steffi?
Fuck off, man.
Yeah, fuck you too,
Damn.
man. Anyways, man, happy Sunday.
Not you
And
too.
all that. Good to see y'all. What happened?
She just called me a bore. Not you too.
I called you a boy like 5 minutes ago.
No, she called me a bore.
Oh, she called you a boy?
Yo.
I just only repeated.
Come on, man. It's way too early.
Well
It
said.
is. But I ain't gonna hold you though. It will be kind of unique and funny if you had a bore sound. So whatever you need to do to
Program a bore sound.
We gotta add that.
This is wild.
It ain't. You come from the wild. Man.
Wow, like a boar. Like a boar.
It's like a boar. There's wild boars out
What
here.
does the boar sound like?
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
That was a fucking horse.
That was a horse. But I can vouch for that though. I can get that. You know, man, that was a horse. I was a horse boar.
Oh my god!
Oink. I don't know, man.
Make the cock sound.
Shit.
But cuckoo.
I'm not doing this.
Oh, man.
But how y'all feeling, man?
I'm good, man.
Cooling, man.
Yeah, me too, man. Good
Maintaining.
energy.
I'm happy to be back and shit, you know.
Where'd you go?
Talk our shit. No, I mean, we're back here,
Oh, no question.
you know.
How you feeling, Marvelous? Just a fucking question.
I hate Steph, dog.
Well, how you
I'm
feeling?
feeling marvelous.
Good answer.
How you feeling, Steph?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
Got your little sippy cup over there and all that. I ain't bad at you.
It's not a sippy cup.
It's not a sippy cup.
The fuck?
This is an A-man, say-man cup,
Yeah, that's
okay?
right. Get it right.
I was waiting for somebody to plug that in. That's all. I baited y'all. You feel me?
Silver cup, but we all have a cup.
Sir.
Brought to you by A-man, say-man.
I'm just going, hey, look.
But that's what we doing.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Alright, man.
That was wild.
That would happen, man.
You run that one back.
Pause, whatever I said. But this,
Yeah.
you know, can we have a grown, you know what I'm saying, conversation
yeah,
today?
We are. Yeah.
All right.
Debatable.
Anyways, man, what we got going on?
Shit, man. You know, some shit crazy. What's this? Henrietta Cracks or Lacks?
Hey, dog!
Yo.
You gotta relax.
Yo, don't
this is great.
disrespect
This
the
is
reason
great.
why you have a COVID vaccine.
Yeah,
my
right.
nigga. Don't disrespect that.
I never got COVID.
That's
I don't
crazy.
have,
You didn't?
No,
Me neither.
no
Me
vaccination,
neither.
brother.
You didn't get the jab?
Nah, I ain't get none of that.
I ain't get none of
I ain't get no
that,
jab, nigga.
Nah,
I ain't get no jab.
I got mine. Well,
Jab,
I got my vaccine, not the jab.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck.
I don't want to get jabbed.
I got my vaccine.
Nah.
I did not get jabbed.
So what Red Man said is the jab.
Yeah, nah. But I wasn't familiar with, you know, that's, you can tell, you know, I fucked up his name and shit, but you know what I'm saying? What's going on with that though?
Henrietta Lacks.
Okay.
I guess a prominent figure in the medicine world, man. I mean, she's like the reason.
They've been stealing her jeans though, right?
Oh yeah. Well, they had a lawsuit that came to an agreement not a few days ago.
A few days ago.
I'm not sure what the amount it was.
Undisclosed
I'm pretty
amount.
sure it's got to
Right.
be
They settled out of court, so you know.
hundreds. I mean, I would love to say hundreds of millions because they've made billions of dollars from
Facts.
But what's it for, though? Can you
her.
go into a little detail? Right.
Her cells, when I guess they don't die when they split. They multiply.
True.
Right.
So her cells are used to. Some of this mic.
So her spells are eventually special and unique, basically. Like
Absolutely.
they're not the normal cell,
No.
and they're being used for medicine to like help
For
people.
decades.
They've been cloning her cancer cells.
Yes,
Right.
for decades.
Right.
Yeah.
She actually died in 1951.
Right.
Yeah.
So
They've been used for the polio vaccine,
tons.
in vitro fertilization, just a lot of shit.
A lot
COVID
of-
as well, right?
COVID as well.
Absolutely.
Right.
And
Did I
at the-
say polio?
Polio. Yeah.
Polio.
And they had not paid her or her family for any of these cells that they had been utilizing for medicine, and that was the purpose of the lawsuit, right?
That's crazy.
pretty
the
much.
fact that they're just settling now in 2023 is insane.
Yeah, that's
It
great.
is because it's
Like-
been a
That's
big
crazy.
deal for a minute. As far as her coming to the spotlight.
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with it. When Steph told me about it, I was like, oh, okay. When he first said they just settled, I was like, oh, okay, so it must be something from the 80s or something like that where they got the cells from. And then I looked it up real quick. Shorty died in 1951. So them cells is from 1951. My dad was 1 year old.
Right.
Mine too. Right.
Yeah, she was.
That's crazy.
she was
That's a
born
long
in
time ago.
She was 31 when she died.
Right.
You know,
She had a baby, and then
she was a mother of 5.
No, but I'm saying like when she died, from what I was reading at least, she had like a what's the joke called? Hemorrhage. when they're bleeding a lot from having a baby or something like that.
Right.
She had a hemorrhage when she gave birth,
inside.
and then they realized on top of the birth there was
That she
also
had
some cancer
cervical
in there.
cancer.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. And then
that's crazy.
Her cells was sent to a doctor who would retrieve, cells from all different patients. But when he would test them, he noticed that those cells died versus hers.
Right.
They multiply within like 24 hours.
Yes.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
So
Right.
yeah, but
She a mutant.
She was like an
yeah,
X-Men.
definitely.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
Definitely a mutant.
But why is it so hard for motherfuckers to do what makes sense?
Would you mean be honest?
Pay her.
Nah, pay her. Like,
Pay the family.
Pay the family. Like, what are we
family,
doing?
yeah.
Why do I have to fight you?
Well, you
For
gotta,
shit like
I
this.
mean,
Like,
not to
it's
get,
just-
we can get into it, right? But think
So,
about
They
that
clone
time.
Tyrone, nigga.
Who? Oh, they did.
Go ahead.
Clone Tyrone.
They did clone time.
But think about those times, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not,
Yeah, in the
I'm not-
50s?
I'm not talking about back then, but it's 2023. Like, why am I in court? Why are we in court for money that you should give us?
yeah,
Like,
but them
Right.
because I mean, I don't know.
But you know,
man.
the thing
That's-
about it is, they don't think that we like know that we supposed to get that shit. You know what I'm saying? At some point, I feel like that's how they look at us. Like, yo, I ain't gonna do nothing until they say something, because they might not
Right.
even know
But that's
they
a
can do
given.
that. You know what
But
I'm
that's a
saying?
given.
You know
That's
what I'm
a
saying?
given.
So if this family didn't have no wherewithal to go and search this shit and
I believe they
stay on
fought
top
them.
of it, you know what I'm saying? You know,
I believe they fought. I believe that they fought for that for a long time, and people passed them up. It's about getting around the right people in the right situation, or group of people that's going to legally represent.
Does anybody know if they filed previous lawsuits prior to the one that they filed in 2021?
Yeah, it's been going on for a minute.
The lawsuit portion?
true.
The lawsuit, yeah, absolutely. I mean,
okay.
the Oprah did a special on her years ago.
Right, but-
Absolutely.
but-
Came out
but had they
years ago.
filed a claim?
No, right, Oprah did a special on her cells, but
Right.
had they filed a lawsuit to say that we are entitled to money because you were using our cells before 2021?
I mean, from that show, I do remember them talking about that. So I have to assume that there was something in
But
the
it's an
works.
assumption.
okay.
I would have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
assume.
Okay.
I mean, why not? if
Yeah,
you're gonna
yeah.
make a public,
I hear you. Only reason I was
statement like
asking is to piggyback on what Nick was saying, like
Right.
in terms of them not, being quiet until someone came forward. Well, if you
Nah.
didn't come forward until 2021, they did settle out of court. They did not allow the court system to make this decision for them. The company said, "You right, we settling out of court. Here go your bread."
Yeah, but think about these. But when it comes to those, from what I've seen them in movies, right? When it comes to like,
Movies.
no, I mean as a reference. I mean, you're dealing with biotechnology companies that are worth millions of dollars, billions,
Billions.
right?
Billions,
They're
yeah,
going
for
to
sure.
continue to use the best attorneys to continue
for
to
sure,
prolong.
for sure.
Right, right, right.
Until you concede and
because
say, I don't have
I
enough
can't
money.
afford to fight you.
Exactly.
sure.
So what I'm
Right.
saying?
I understand that.
So
I understand
as
that.
far as it could have started, this lawsuit could have started in the 80s.
It could have, but we don't know.
You know
I
what
was
I'm
but that's
saying?
why I was asking for facts. That's
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah,
But
it definitely started long ago.
the lawsuit portion, like
Yes.
in court.
Yes.
Okay.
Just pay people though. Like the whole situation
Yeah.
sucks. Like
I agree.
Really, really.
just
it should
pay. I shouldn't even have to take you to court.
And that's why I was asking though, because if they filed a lawsuit in 2021 and in 2023 they were like, all right, we're not even gonna let the judge decide, we're gonna settle this
Right,
out of court.
right.
Then they actually might have did an okay thing. Like they tried to fight it a little bit, but then they was like chalked it up and paid them. But if they've been fighting this in court since the 80s or 70s or something, then I'm with Steph. Like pay the people, bro. Like what is you
Right.
doing out here? You know what I'm saying? So
and I'm surprised the Supreme Court didn't get involved.
well,
know what I'm
I mean, they
saying?
paid out and they settled.
You know,
They settled. They realized they was wrong. They was realized they was gonna catch the L. It's always cheaper to settle out of court.
But see, that's what
So-
that's what also
Yeah.
makes me think that it's just now being brought in, because
Me too.
Supreme Court, back then Thurgood Marshall probably been on top of that shit. You feel what I'm saying? It probably been an uproar about it. It would probably was something we would heard more about
no,
than
I
just
don't
her
think
being on
Supreme
Oprah.
Court got involved. I'm saying they should have, based
And-
on the fact that
because maybe it wasn't
did?
brought up.
Well, I don't know. I'm just they would have settled much sooner had they really.
I
been
think so.
Trying to get that
But
money.
these are generations of
And
people
shit,
that
think about
have
it.
come down and now are like
They might not
you
even
know.
got the money they got now if they
Oh,
would did
absolutely.
that shit back then too.
man,
Facts.
I hope
You
they
get
got,
more now.
I hope they
Yeah.
got paid though, like hundreds and hundreds of millions. I mean, it's only right.
Well, let's hope
Yeah, it is only right, man, because it can't be using somebody's sales to fix the world and then
Listen.
you don't get no bread off of that. That's crazy.
You can't give a nigga $1.5 billion for hitting the lottery and not pay his
Right.
family their money.
No question.
right.
No, anybody get a ticket for the Mega Mills? That's
Not the most recent one. I won $2 off Friday's pulling, but
Go
yeah.
here.
Yeah, $2 off of $10.
1.5, no, $1.55 billion dollars, bro.
I got you. Say less.
That's
After the show, I
insane.
hit you off 50
I
cents.
don't gamble, so I don't know.
You don't gamble?
That's at $1.
My bad.
After taxes, you getting a billy.
Billy.
Isn't that
Billy.
crazy? That's one thing I love about America, right? And I feel like I brought this up before.
Off of
This is the only-
1.5?
Yeah, because I think in Virginia, if you went in like Cali or like Maine, where they like tax
Right.
mad
It's
heavy,
like half, right?
which is usually where most people win because it's a fucking conspiracy to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, you probably get about 500 mil,
mil.
which is still crazy.
Yeah,
but it's like 1.55, and you get 500 mil. That's madness.
Yeah, that is crazy.
But,
Took a whole bill from
Do
me.
you have
feel
to pay
me?
taxes if you win in Florida or Texas?
Do you?
You probably still got to pay some sort of
You got
taxes,
to.
but they're
Yeah.
probably different. They're
Right.
probably they're not,
Yeah,
they're not the
yeah.
same. But they're all lottery taxes. They're not or prize winning
Right.
taxes. They're not income taxes. So
Yeah.
that's weird.
But I was going to say is that like this is one of the only countries
That's
where
crazy because it's income.
what?
Yeah, but it's winnings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
taxed differently. It's taxed different.
True.
But this is like one of the only countries where like if you're homeless and someone gives you $1, you can literally fucking turn your life around.
You can wake up
like
and
you
be
can
a
wake up a
billionaire,
fucking
my nigga.
like come on, bro. That's insane.
Imagine that come up. You homeless, you get a lottery ticket, you wake up,
And
you're a
you went-
billionaire.
yes.
Nigga.
Shit,
That's
like,
one.
Nigga.
trading places, man.
Yeah.
That'd be
That's
wild.
why niggas will OD the next day.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Probably.
Niggas is ODing the next day.
Dave Chappelle
Henrietta
had that
Cracks.
big crack rock.
Henrietta Cracks. Go ahead, man.
Dave Chappelle had that huge crack rock.
I think I tasted a little cinnamon.
Spent all his money on
some
that
egg.
little crack rock.
Something you might not know about me, Joe Rogan.
I smoke rock.
Oh yeah.
I can't eat all of them.
Want me to eat all of them?
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's
Good times. All right. Hey man. All right, look. So I don't know if y'all heard about the hazings that have been occurring at Northwestern, and like 5 of the football players have come forward and like brought up a whole lawsuit against the school because of how they was getting hazed, like something ridiculous.
Was it black frat or white?
No, the football team.
Oh, football. Excuse me.
Football team
Oh, wow.
was hazing.
What
Their
the
freshmen
yikes?
and all of that. And I mean that's pretty standard, you know, like NBA. They got
league.
right.
But I thought they
When you're a
stopped
rookie,
that.
you got to bring the donuts. But
Yeah.
they were hazing people. I'm
Carrying
talking about
bags.
shaving your back, shaving your head, beating you up while you sleeping, sexual stuff, all types
What
of
the
stuff.
hell?
Like it was crucial hazing. And so these Bamas came forward, and now they're putting a lawsuit in.
Yikes.
These privileged motherfuckers at Northwestern. That's what I think about. Just these privileged because Northwestern is a
An elite.
yeah, it's an elite fucking university.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, that's like doctors and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just crazy because they suck in football.
Yeah, no, they're not good at football.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? They in the Big Ten. They're terrible. It's like what the
so
fuck?
would you come forward if you guys were playing on a team?
Oh, first
to
of
get that
all,
check?
Would I come forward?
Nah.
It'd have been a nigga
Yeah.
dead.
Nigga, I would have shit. Fuck all that. I just don't understand how
I would've quit.
a bunch of dudes get around and say, "Yeah, we gonna wake up, we gonna smack this nigga with an egg, then we gonna rape." Like, what type of what are we on? Like,
you said
Did you
rape?
say
sexual?
Yeah,
You said
yeah.
rape?
I did say sexual. I
You
did say, but
did.
rape is a little. I didn't say
That's
rape.
what you're doing. You putting your hands on me without my consent, nigga. That's rape.
I mean, I guess you're right. You win.
And you hit me with an egg.
Before you touch my Johnson, you hit me with an egg.
Nigga.
What the hell?
I don't understand none of that foul play.
telling you.
That's
So
crazy.
all right. So with all that said, would you know, half of us went to college, half didn't. Like, would you have joined a fraternity or a sorority? And because you know hazing comes with that. So would you have done that in your time in school?
I mean, for
I
me,
thought about it.
I mean, I wasn't too fond of like, I don't know, like joining a frat. I was more like into like the stepping part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was cool to me.
Right.
You know what I'm
So
saying? Everything else that came with that, like the camaraderie and all that.
Yeah.
I could give 2 fucks about that shit.
it was just a stepping
I
that
don't
intrigued
know.
you.
You know what
I
I'm
mean-
saying?
What
But
school did you go to though?
I didn't go to school.
Oh, okay.
So why you?
I like the step part of it too.
I went to Nova.
So would you have joined?
So that was
Nova
like
had a stepping squad.
a thing that.
Would you have joined the sorority?
I definitely. If I would have just went full.
Yeah, like a regular full 4-year university.
I would have done it because of the sisterhood and the things that come along with that
Yeah,
stuff.
But you don't hear about
Back in-
hazing from what you do now.
Yeah, you do. Oh, I think 100% exists.
When you're there,
There's
you
a lot of
see
different
it.
things
Yeah,
happening.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, you're right.
When you're
I
there,
can't
you
say
see it.
exactly
I mean,
what
I
happens.
thought about it on a. My bad.
No, it's okay. No, I'm just saying I don't know exactly what happens, but I know a few different people that are in my family that, you know, they're either a Delta or a Q. And so they may have experienced some things, but when you look at them now, they're like polished and refined, and their circle is cool.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if they went through all the crazy stuff because I know at some point they stopped doing certain things. So I don't know.
Hazing is hazing. They definitely still haze. But
Absolutely.
Nick, would you have joined, Nick?
100%. I'm not in it. I
Nah.
don't know.
Because you went to school for a second, so you would have had an opportunity.
Nah. I wouldn't. Nah. No, I did. I went to school.
Yeah, I was just saying he went to a university. That's all. Like me and you went to Nova. Like nigga, that don't really count.
Why was that funny though?
I don't understand. I looked over. Paul was laughing. I was like, wait a minute. Where did that come from?
I'm just saying, the fact that you said money had an opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to school for a second.
I know, but it's
Yeah. At least you went, dog. At least you had
window
experience.
so short. He was like, he had an opportunity.
This fool said the window was so short.
That's the way he said it.
I didn't say that. Those are your words, not mine.
Like,
But hold on.
school
No. Let my man finish. Let my man finish. Nick, now, why would you have not joined?
Because first of all, that's not my style. At that time, it wasn't my style. I understand now at my age the benefits of being in it. But at that time I wouldn't have seen that. And
I
I
wasn't
definitely,
even thinking about that.
I'm not gonna step. I'm not doing none of this shit. Like I wasn't with none of this
I
shit,
like the
bro.
stepping part. That was my thing.
Stepping was dope.
I did it in high school, so it would have been natural to
I like to see it.
follow up with that.
I like seeing. I like going to the step shows and seeing the shit.
Them
Man,
after
like
parties was
nigga,
fire back in the
yeah,
day.
About to say, Steph, you was the closest to actually pledging.
I thought about it on a couple of occasions.
We're
Yo,
gonna be a
word,
Kappa.
man. Scoop, man. Get,
Nah, he was gonna be
I
alpha.
can't hear you,
What you
man.
say?
Nah, I did think, Who?
The mic. It's like
Why you still
I thought they
crying?
What's
called
wrong
him
with
Fat Man Scoop.
You got,
Listen, yo. Go ahead, man.
that was his name
That's
last
better?
season, though. That was his name last
That's
season.
fucked up too. That's fucked up too. Nah.
Fat man scoop a boy.
Yeah.
Let's go now.
Hold up, Nick.
Conversation completely.
Wait a minute. You got a $50 bill?
Oh man.
But white frat hazing and black
quiet.
frat hazing are completely different.
Really?
It's a different.
Yeah, completely different. Like being around the white frat back in the day, like it was dumb shit. Like if a nigga spilled a beer, they would make a nigga sit on the spot for the whole party type shit.
Oh, that's crazy.
Niggas would pour beer on them. You
Immediately,
know what I'm saying? Niggas spit in your cup type shit.
But
niggas look bad.
they wasn't doing that in Black Frats?
I ain't gonna
Nah, I
lie.
don't-
And I hate to cut you off, but when I hear about black frats and the hazing part, it's nothing but like violence, my nigga. Like niggas are getting fucked up, beat with that paddle. You know what I'm saying? Sexual bullshit.
I think it's school days.
With that paddle.
You know what I'm saying? Like niggas,
another-
niggas are getting fucked up.
For another example,
Then y'all
like school days is another reason why I wouldn't have joined. I seen School Days. It was one of my favorite movies.
Right.
So just seeing that and seeing what niggas getting smacked with a paddle and got called niggas big brother and all this shit and
Right.
foreheads and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like no.
I ain't with it.
Yeah, nah. I would have probably quit. I would have definitely quit.
But my favorite part was the stepping part.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Nigga, what? That was a joint, yeah.
No question.
Yeah, I would have quit.
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
Yo.
Just
Nothing.
said. You ain't never seen that joint? Paul?
Not yet.
Yeah, I would have.
Y'all funny as shit. We talk about frats though, man. Like, did y'all just realize that like Colorado University got their first black frat? Yeah.
First black frat. But I
I gotta gather yourselves, man. Come
wonder-
on, man. We gotta be able to.
But I wonder if anyone had applied to be a fraternity at Colorado before.
Probably so.
yeah.
To be a black frat, I would
Yeah.
assume so.
Black. I mean,
You think so? Like how do you get denied though? Like
I feel you, and like I said, like
Starting a chapter.
Like, you know, we spoke a little bit about it off camera, but like they're just getting their first black head coach. They're getting their first like culture shock. I feel like in Colorado because it's not a bunch of black people there.
Yeah, now I looked to join up and jump 78% white. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So just
My
like,
niece is from there.
Deion Sanders coming there, but he's bring so much more black athletes to that school. You know what I'm saying? Now you got black athletes coming there and ain't no black around.
No, nothing happening.
It's gonna have to start. They're gonna implement a lot of African American shit at the schools.
right.
It's probably gonna be more teachers. It's probably gonna be a whole lot of different shit because he just came and changed the whole culture there. Like honestly, you know what I'm saying? Like yeah.
yeah. Omega Psi Phi is the first black fraternity at Colorado.
Oh wow.
That's crazy.
That's what's up.
And speaking of which, since y'all didn't let me answer because y'all couldn't compose yourselves,
Hey, just
I
relax.
would have quit. All right, trying to join a fraternity. only because my dad is a Q.
Right.
Oh.
And I would have had to deal with legacy.
Oh, good.
And based on my skin tone, you know, even though Nick, every time I bring it up, he says, but you're black. But no, I look white, all right? So if I join a black fraternity, my hazing for being white and legacy would have been something very different.
So you saying they're
You think
racist?
so?
No, I'm saying I already know from what I know from my dad, legacy hazing is different than normal hazing. Like you if you come from that cloth already, like
Yeah.
they fuck with you a little harder because you're supposed to be there anyway, type
Yeah.
thing. So they fuck with you a little harder.
You're built for it type shit. Makes sense. Nah, that's a fact though.
It's like
But
an
I can understand that logic.
That's like cops.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if your father was a cop, or if somebody in your family was a cop, then they
Yeah.
look at you
You have
as
the
you
expectation.
blue
Yeah,
blood.
like, yeah.
And they did a little
Yeah.
tougher.
I'm pretty sure they hazing in the
Is that
police
what
department
probably-
too.
Did that turn you
Absolutely.
off
It's
from it
probably
because
worse.
your dad is?
No, I never
that?
went to college.
You just
I only went
okay.
to Nova and took a couple classes, so I never went to a four-year university. I probably would have endured it or tried to for my dad because I see the brotherhood and the shit that he
Yes.
has now and how like proud of being a part of that fraternity he is. So I would have tried to for that purpose alone, just to have that connection with my dad. But I probably would have quit during the hazing because like I'm not dealing with that shit, bro. You're not spitting in my cup. You're not punching me in my mouth. Like that's not happening, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not for that.
Yeah, I'm not for that.
And I'm
either,
supposed to
bro.
stand there and take that? Like I can't do nothing back? Nah, bro.
Nah, yeah.
It's one thing if you let me swing back and like spit back in your cup. Like, okay, then we can play this game. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? I can all you can you back.
It doesn't fall in line. I
But
know that part.
I'm nah, bro. You ain't just about to do all of this like crazy stuff to me and then hit me with the, but we gonna be brothers at the end, bro. No, we're
Yeah,
not.
nigga.
I'm not gonna like you at the end.
Nah, that's a fact.
I think I was too old when I got down there because I transferred in. I transferred in at like 21.
Word.
Like I wasn't like a 17, 18-year-old kid
I guess you have to do that,
looking
though.
for some, you know,
Oh, but
shit.
yeah, I
like,
see what you're saying.
I mean, I was already kind of who I was. I was coming from some bullshit.
You think that people
yeah.
join that because they don't know who they are? Or you think
No,
that they joined
no,
it?
no. But I
also,
think
I think it's sorry, I didn't cut you off, but I think it's like to answer your question before I forget. Now, just before just before I forget, I think some people might join it too, looking for the family and the brotherhood.
Oh, yeah, for
that
sure.
Might
Of
not
course.
have
Okay.
it. You know what I'm saying? Just to answer that real quick, but go ahead.
no.
Oh, you all right?
I think I was too old. You know what I'm saying? And to deal with the bullshit. And I was coming from a place where I wasn't going. You know,
Deal with
I couldn't
that.
have put up with that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming in at 18, that's why they always say you're supposed to pledge when you're like a freshman and sophomore at the
Yeah,
latest.
right.
Because after that, like when you're a senior or a junior, like you ain't finna put up with that bullshit
Right,
that
like
you got to deal with. Like you,
I'm 21, nigga. You 19.
you about to spit in my cup.
Really?
I know a few people who actually joined at that age. They're like 22 and stuff. Like went back to college and
Oh, they got people to join
yeah.
at 40.
Yeah.
They got after grad
Yeah.
chapters that you can join. ROPE teacher, shout out to Keith Spraggins. He joined my dad's group that he's a part of in this area because he pledged it at Boston, but he's a part of a group in this area at Mason. Keith Spraggins, he pledged at like 45.
Didn't he? But he caught a skin beef though.
Oh my god.
Skin beef.
Oh my god.
Hey.
That's crazy.
Oh my god. Did he really?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. I mean,
Did he really?
I mean, that's true. But yeah.
He dropped the ID.
Rim talking about him like he a hero or something.
And you just
He ain't no
fooled it.
hero.
You just messed it up, bro.
I wasn't trying to make him a hero, nigga. He yoked me up in class. What are you talking about? In school, in middle school. He
Oh,
yoked me.
nah, I'm about to fight that nigga. Like real shit. I was about to.
Yeah, like that man was a.
He's the reason why I didn't go. What was it? The eighth grade trip y'all went on.
He the reason
That's
why.
King's Dominion.
King's Dominion.
No,
I couldn't
this
go to
is
King's
getting real
Dominion.
bad.
What was it? I know I got
No,
kicked off. What
you
was
got
it?
kicked off the
It's going downhill from here.
No, you got sent home from that, didn't you?
It was
Hemlock.
The camper charge.
You got sent home though, didn't you?
Oh,
When you were part of the, you couldn't go at all.
I couldn't go because
Okay.
of him.
Yeah, nah, I
Hermona
ain't
got
go
sent
none of
home.
that shit.
That's who got sent home because she was pouring grape soda on people's clothing and stuff.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she got sent home.
What type of shit was she on? Like
They was different. It was like her, Josetta. It was a whole gang. It was a whole gang of them that got sent home from the overnight trip
grape soda on
niggas' clothes. Like they had like the overnight bag.
Like white tees type shit? Like-
Outdoor lab was elementary school.
Elementary?
That was
Okay.
elementary school. I got kicked
Okay,
off of that
I
one.
see.
I got kicked off of all the end of the year trips. Crazy.
Yeah, pretty much for me too.
That's funny as shit.
All right. So speaking of beef, right? Hey man,
Say man.
have you ever fought someone? What's the most petty thing that you've ever fought someone over?
Oh my god.
Like, why did I even do that? Why did I even fight this person? Because it was so petty that I shouldn't even fought him, but I did it anyway. I tried. Even if you didn't fight him, let's say you tried to fight him.
I was petty as fuck back in. More than petty, I was a show off.
Yeah, Steph was definitely a show
I was
off.
a show
I can.
Like if you embarrassed me in front of anybody, I would have swung on you.
Yeah. I've actually
But
seen.
you seen it.
I've seen it happen. Yeah. I can attest to that. But for me, I think any.
Hold on, damn. Did he answer the question?
Nah, I didn't. It's okay.
But no, let him ride. Let him ride. Paul was in the groove. Paul was in the groove.
I peeped that too. It's okay.
You peeped it?
Let him ride.
Go
I could have this moment.
You got it. It's all you.
No, I was
in
just
there.
gonna say, and it's not like I can recall a situation where like I went off, but I know for me playing like any games like Sega, like if you were beating me, I would get upset and like maybe throw the controller at you,
Beating you, Jesus.
like in the
Christ.
game.
My God.
What do you? Wow. Yeah, if you're winning, how about that, right? And I'm
man.
losing. Yeah, I've definitely reacted that way. I think that was petty, but other than that, I mean, what happened? Losing, winning? That's
Nah, it was the beating portion, but we're fine. We're past that already.
Man,
We're
don't
past
I need to grow up. We're talking about consoles here, man. Yeah, beating.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I come from a good home, man.
Oh yeah.
Never known one.
That's funny as shit.
But
Marvelous.
yeah.
We know you slumped somebody for something stupid. What you do? Why you beat somebody up for?
I don't want to talk about it.
They took your little Debbie Brownie.
Have you ever been
You beat
in a
'em
fight
up?
before?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, give us one. Shit, you sitting over here like you ain't been in a fight.
Was it over something petty?
I mean,
Yes.
you know
Hold
what?
on.
Matter of fact, one of my girlfriends just brought this up the other night.
You lost too.
Nah,
That's why you don't want to talk about it.
no. I just don't want to talk about it because I don't want to resurface the history.
That's just 25 years ago.
It's cool. I'll tell this one.
Let's get it.
This one. One of my girlfriends brought it up the other night when we went out, and she's like, I never knew. Actually, I can't really remember the whole reason why I fought this girl, but I remember like being in school, going into the bathroom, and she was with her girlfriends, and I walked in to just wash my hands, and she was like, "Damn, that bitch right there," and I was
Oh.
like, I like kind of looked around like, me?
Excuse me?
And I don't know her like that. So I'm like, me? And she's like, yeah, you. And I was like, oh, all right. So I stepped off. And so my friend, the one that was with me the other night, she's like, what's wrong with you? I was like, yeah, these girls in the bathroom. Girl called me, you know what I'm saying, the B word, whatever, da-da-da. She's like, well, who is she? I said, I don't know. So she goes and approaches the girl. And I guess a guy that the girl liked me.
Gotcha.
I knew nothing about it. So she was like, yeah, I said it. Da, da, da. She was like, okay. So she tells me like, hey, ride my bus home today. And I was like,
Gangster.
all right, I'm going to ride your bus home, but I got to hurry up and make it back home because, you know, when you're young, you got to be home.
Those days was
but
different.
we also had basketball practice that same evening. So I was like, well, I could also act like I'm at basketball practice. So I rode her bus home. The girl back there talking big stuff. Everybody hyping it up. I sit in the front of the bus. I get off the bus, wait on the girl. She gets off the bus and she comes and she's talking and my girlfriend like, hit her. And I'm like, eh. And she's like, oh,
Ooh.
Sleep.
yeah, whoop her ass.
Well, do that part again.
Yeah.
Throw the punch. You got to throw the punch
Bang.
again.
Yeah, she's like,
Oh.
so then this is the stupid part. This girl gets back up. Well, after she falls, like my girlfriend like says what she says to her. So people to this day will be like, "Oh yeah, y'all jumped her. We never jumped her. It was never a jump. She just kicked her because she was like, you shouldn't have been talking trash." So we keep it pushing. So I go and
You got the issue head kick.
the girl comes back. She's like, no, she cut me off the bus. It wasn't a fair fight. So I was like, this girl's crazy. She throws her book bag up in the tree.
Jesus.
We're literally in Oakview, in Belly's Crossroads. And I whoop her ass again. Excuse my language. I whoop her again. And I'm like, well, so now
excuse my language.
what's the issue? So then my girlfriend's mom like hid me in the house because Fairfax County Police like pulled up looking
God.
for me and stuff
What?
like that.
What was her name?
I'm not gonna say it.
Are y'all,
People who
Damn.
are y'all cool today? Y'all cool today?
The girl?
Yeah.
I don't know where she is. I don't know if she's living or if she's
Okay.
yeah, she's Spanish. I don't know.
She probably got
where
a
at.
different story.
Oh,
you know
she
she does.
Her story
might, but
crazy.
everybody
story-
She got jumped.
She-
In her story, she got
got a-
jumped.
She
But she won.
Nah,
She won.
And she won. She never failed.
That's fine.
She
can
whooped
have
all of
that
y'all.
Story, but everyone that was there knows the facts. So
Gotcha.
Word.
that was cool.
But we
It
need to, we
was-
want to hit
it
the
was
other
a
side.
situation.
We want to hit the other side too.
We do. Matter of fact,
Y'all should
You're
fire.
nah, we gonna get her on the show. We
Yeah,
gonna get her on the show.
I like this.
She gonna tell us the truth.
Remember that one time?
She gonna tell us the truth.
Yeah, go ahead. She can tell you whatever she wants
She
to
gonna-
say.
she gonna sit in that
started
spot,
it.
too.
She shouldn't even said nothing to me in the bathroom. I was just trying to wash my hands and keep it pushing.
There go that bitch right there.
Who else got a good petty one?
Yeah, who
But
got?
in
Who got?
my defense, I was back then,
I got a couple jokes.
I was light complected,
I actually
real
have a good one.
skinny. I didn't have people just want to fool with me, and that's
Yeah, I know.
fine.
We just spoke about one last week for you, Nick.
I know Nick got some. I heard about Nick
Nick, you sound like
niggas
an
back in the
aggressive
day.
old
Yeah, Nick definitely got one.
I got shit.
Just give us one good one.
R.I.P. to the nigga Chris Guest.
Oh wow.
Like I caught it. Like it was just like he just said some dumb shit, and I just ain't fuck with him.
Yeah, because he was light skinned. Nah,
I don't
shit,
know. I
Chris
guess
was
I don't
pulling
know.
him. He was, you know.
Thug poet.
Yeah.
He was pulling him.
So
My nigga Thug
I
poet.
really had no reason to hate the nigga. Nothing. Just like I just ain't fuck with him.
I hear you.
Yeah, I just stole on him.
Dang.
Yeah, that was it. I got
That's
suspended
it.
for that shit.
No
yeah.
aggression.
Was it
no
a
just-
drop? Did you drop him?
Wait,
Oh,
he
yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
He didn't say nothing to you. Like it was.
Oh, he said
Just
something.
wanted to do it.
I don't know what he said
What the
leading up
hell?
to that. It was just like, no, I just ain't fuck with him.
I mean, Chris Guest was that kind of guy, though.
Yeah, he
you know,
was.
he
He was
just used to talk
running his
trash.
mouth. Yeah.
That's how I met Chris Guest. Was playing
Nigga,
baseball, talking
relax.
trash, trying to fight me after the game.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like nigga was
And
on
I
that
caught
type
this-
of time back in the day anyway.
Yeah.
Would just hit a nigga for nothing.
Yeah, I caught his ass on the motherfucking back steps in the basement of Wakefield, and dropped
Knocked
him.
his ass out.
He said I couldn't feel my. He said I can't feel my legs.
Quick.
You paralyzed this nigga, dog.
I got like
Why
5
you say
days
that so
suspension.
calm?
I said, yeah, I can't feel my legs. Oh, I can't feel my legs.
It might be the reason for his.
Oh, okay.
shit.
All
All right, relax,
Everybody
relax,
gotta
relax.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. All right.
But
All
I
right.
mean, that shit is fucking crazy because another story. Rest in peace.
God.
All right, relax.
It was down the wire.
Pick someone else.
Are you a Terminator from like?
Yeah.
From the,
It was one. It was one.
T1 on your shirt.
Don't ever hit me, dog.
One-
'Cause I'm not ready to go yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I still got shit to do.
Nick causes permanent damage.
The twins from up Halls Hill, light skinned niggas.
one who passed away.
Yeah,
yeah.
I stole on him at the Y because AD, rest in peace,
Damn.
told me he was like, yo, yo, you gonna let that nigga push you like that, Nick? You gonna let that nigga push you like that? And AD, that's big bro.
Yeah.
Donna's big bro. You know, like fuck that
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, nah, I ain't let that nigga. I stole on a nigga right there. Like this right.
I
Just
feel
stole.
like those power punches led to something later in life. This is sad. Man.
So look. I got a good one.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Tell us, man.
We didn't actually fight. All right, but it almost got there. Paul and Steph was both there for this. We it might have been Steph's birthday. We was all drinking at Steph's crib, and his neighbor was there, a gentleman named Carlton. Okay, we all drinking, we all getting sauced, we getting fucked up. We end up going to Clarendon. We go to Clarendon, and we go into like Spider Kelly's or something like that, right? Little bar in Clarendon.
Yeah.
We get in line, and we wait in line. We wait in line for about 10 minutes, all right? We get to the front of the line, and again, Carlton's with us, so I'm rapping to Carlton. You know, he part of the crew for this trip. So that's gang at this point, right? We get to the front of the line.
No, he's never been gang.
No, I never been gang, but I'm saying for
Carlton who?
the purpose of going out, he was gang. You know what I'm saying? So we get to the front of the line,
You were the government.
and this big dude comes in the very front of the line and cuts the line. Walks
Yeah, I
straight to the
remember
front,
this.
walks straight
Okay.
to the bouncer, and he's like, "Yeah, what's good, my man? Da 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 da. Yeah, let me up in this joint." And Carlton look at him and say, "Hold, bruh. We've been in line for 10, 15 minutes. Like, you ain't finna just, I don't care who you are, who you know in this jump, you ain't finna cut the line like that." And again, because Carlton is with us, he's gang. Say less. I'm with you. Hey, yo, bro, nah, you ain't cutting this line like that, Joe. You had to go through all of us to cut this line like this, right? Mind you, y'all familiar with Michael Clark Duncan?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who we dealing with right now. We dealing with like a 6'5",
Right,
dark-skinned
right,
brother
right.
who's probably 300
Rest in
pounds.
Rest in peace.
Dang.
Just Michael Clark Duncan. Just saying.
Everybody got relaxed.
So we baiting him the whole time. Me and Carlton going back and forth, baiting him. And I go find Steph. Once we finally get inside, everybody gets inside the bar. I go find Steph. I'm like, "Hey, Steph, we about to
The
crush this
angry
nigga,
one.
dog." Yo, Steph like, "Wait, it was good." Da 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 da. It's like, "Your man right here, Joe. This Bama cut the line. He did all that." Steph looked at him and said, "Are y'all serious right now?"
Yeah, what are we doing? What are we doing? Y'all ain't assessed this situation better.
Y'all serious right now?
Y'all didn't assess the situation better than this.
Hey, and Steph's looking at me because I'm not a violent person. Steph's looking at me. He's like, "Ren, why do you want to fight the nigga?" And I'm like, "Well, Carlton started the joint. My man cut the line. He was like, so you riding for Carlton now?" He was like, "Why you riding for Carlton? Why you let Carlton take you there? Like, what is going on right now?"
We about to fight this nigga for Carlton. I'm not trying to deal with this shit tonight, man.
I can see Steph on his face.
I don't remember who it was, but at some point, we got with the dude, like between the beef and not the beef. Maybe Steph was there, maybe Paul,
He
maybe
started showing
Marcus. It
love.
was somebody. And we got to rapping about it, and it was oh my bad, I ain't mean to do y'all like that. Woo woo woo. Matter of fact, I got the plug over at Don Tito's. Come on, I got y'all.
Right.
He take us to Don Tito's. He walk us in. Don Tito's got a line out the door, crazy. He take us right to the front, cut us through the front, skip all the stair lines, all the stuff, show us big love.
Yeah.
Now we cut line with him.
Right.
He's showing big love. But the joke was just so funny the way it played because we was about to literally try to fight Michael Clark Duncan.
They was trying to sign up for some bullshit, and I wasn't with it. Like,
Steph shut the whole thing down so quick.
This was the one time Steph was just not going to steal off him.
Really? No, I'm not.
It just didn't make sense. He looked at he assessed the scenario and it just did not make sense.
Because he cut the line. That's what we gonna do.
But why you had to look at Rem and ask him
So
why
petty.
you want to?
Like really, come on, Rem. Like what are you talking about?
Cited
Man?
right over a line skip.
I was sauced, you know. I had my punching machine mode on, like I got the high score on the punching machine.
Nigga had that liquid courage.
Don't let me wind up on my man, all
In
right?
fact, Remy does hold the record.
Minus the Medinas, but
Medina
yes.
brothers.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the Medinas are special, but
Yeah.
beyond them,
on the punching machine.
I think it was what 878. What would you score?
What?
I'm definitely
That's such a random number. Like,
It's just 8 something.
I thought it was like
Because
878.
Medina's being a 9s, so I'm probably 8
Steph,
something.
dog.
That's just the hate in his blood. That's all.
That wasn't hate.
Because he didn't do it.
that wasn't hate.
Yeah,
I didn't do it. You're right.
878.
Had this been the 90s or something like that back in the day, you know, when Steph was heavy in the gym, maybe. But, you know, 2023,
Yeah, different.
Slide.
Nigga, get the fuck out of here, nigga. I'm nice. So
Everybody
Yo,
said it's
hey,
different
man.
stuff.
say man.
Speaking of what you saying, like publicly correct shit. Like now it's different than it was back in the day. Like
Back in the 90s,
it's some
facts.
it's shit that we was saying back in the 90s that we say today.
You know, I love this subject or this topic rather
Bruh,
because
man,
90s
like,
vernacular,
God,
bro, was so fucking hilarious. And pardon my French, but the word fag,
faggot.
Yeah.
fucking hilarious, bro.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you faggot, fuck you, your mom.
Yeah,
Your mom. That was
You can't
another.
say that shit now.
Well, I still say your mom to Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But
But you can't say that stuff now.
you can't say it's just that as an adult, like it just feels like, damn, why did I say that?
Well, correction.
You know what I'm saying? I think
You can say it, but I guess what I'm thinking about is television, right?
Right.
The word fag used to be used on TV like
All
it
the
was
time.
water.
It's definitely not now.
Like
Yeah.
they used to use words on retard. They used to
yeah,
use them
right.
type of words
Absolutely.
on TV like they
Yeah,
were water, like
yeah,
it was
yeah,
nothing.
yeah.
Now, you turn on Fox 5 and somebody says that, cancel culture. It's a rap for that person.
yeah, but
I mean, Curtis Blow said
canceled.
it. He said digging in the trash can looking like a fag hag.
You said Curtis Blow, right?
he said Curtis Blow said that.
Wow.
Yeah,
What was
that's
that, 80s?
That's 80s, right? That's pre-cancel culture.
But that's when it was prevalent and acceptable.
It was acceptable back then.
Absolutely. But as we also
the niggas is dressed like fucking.
yeah, no bullshit.
Wait,
You know what I'm
sheesh.
saying?
Digging in
Yeah.
the trash can looking like a fag hag. Make a little smoke, don't push us. You know?
Melly Mel and
Melly
shit.
Mel,
Melly
yeah,
Mel,
Melly Mel.
yeah.
Yeah. Shout out, yeah, Furious 5, right? But what's funny now though, it's been like replaced with like what we was talking about earlier, like these commercials. And I'm not, shout out to the whole whatever alphabet mob. But you see a lot of like AIDS commercials that just in your face. You know what I'm saying?
Promoting.
Late night, promoting, homosexuality, men kissing men, and whatever.
Transgender,
You know what I'm saying?
all that, like, you know what I'm saying? All that
Transgender.
shit, yeah.
So I feel like that's replaced that. You know what I'm
It
saying?
has.
In the
People are
same
worried
way.
about language versus
Exactly,
visuals.
Exactly.
Yeah,
'Cause
the
again,
visuals have definitely gotten more flagrant. I feel like more
Absolutely.
aggressive, more in your face.
on, bro.
Whereas they take the wording and
What
now
does
the
that
wording
mean?
is an issue though.
And-
What does that mean?
yeah, right.
What I say, I tell you who the blame is.
That's what
I've
the
said
hands
it
mean.
over and
Blame.
over and over. I blame Lee Daniels.
Why do you say that?
Dog, ever since Terrence Howard put the little baby in the trash on Empire,
Hey,
Right.
dog.
it's been fucking bananas. I'm for real shit. Like Empire kind of sparked a whole new thing. Lee Daniels him getting
I
to talk
feel you,
about
man.
it, and it just became everything came like
Interesting.
That was a conversation for a while about that show and promoting that type of lifestyle.
Yeah, 'cause- yeah.
Because I would say like, I don't even know, but
I feel like that's where it started, bro. Because it was not on primetime TV like that. It was like Juicy, Smoulet, yeah,
I'm trying to.
like all that
You're
shit. that was
probably
on
right.
Empire,
You're probably right.
It started. Next thing you know, it started. Everything was like it had something to do with that.
Yeah.
They started changing cartoons. They started changing all the. You know what I'm saying? Like
I think that
all
was
this
all.
shit.
I mean,
like-
I think it was always there. I think that as
Not
time,
smacking your face though, man.
I think it was. It was.
And
it
if
had
I'm
to
being
play safe.
and not and as far as black culture too, like not as far as you might have seen it in like white.
It's family members that I have that I had suspicion of
That came out when that show came out?
No, but I didn't know about this.
The fuck this nigga.
I thought that was a correlation.
Let that man
was
talk,
just-
man. Stop.
Just being like you said from the black community and household,
Yeah.
those things wasn't like glorified or looked at.
It wasn't
So
glorified.
It was taboo.
but I had family members that I didn't realize that's what was going on until I got of age, like almost
me.
high school.
I remember
You feel
living
what
in the
I'm saying?
valley and seeing
'Cause it wasn't
niggas
spoken
walking.
upon.
A few guys that was like walking around with like purses, and some of them were wearing it like the way I'm wearing it now, like a pouch at first. But then they
I know
actually had
who you're
bags.
talking about, too.
They actually had a bag. Like that's the first time I was hip to fashion. No, real talk. Like literally, like the
Pretty sure I know what
MTM
you're talking
bag and like the blonde hair.
Yeah.
And
Blonde
he had
hair.
the popping, and
Yeah.
he was confident in
You
it.
talking about? I
know?
know.
Don't drop.
I'm
me.
not trying to
I don't know who you talking
But
about.
I'm talking to
saying,
him.
cool
I'm
as a
talking to him
fan,
because he don't
and
have
I-
no discipline.
Yeah.
Oh, but hold on. But
no, but
he
we
was
seen
in the
it.
90s.
We seen
He
it.
was
We seen it.
full-fledged out like that.
Yeah, no, he was.
Well, we seen it in classmates too.
That's what we talking about.
Whatever. But I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
good.
no doubt. And just to clear the air too, right? On the side note, me being where I'm from, the UK and all that, because there was some,
you go.
word got back to
You
me,
laughed
and
so
I ain't gonna
hard.
drop no names. You feel me? 'Cause y'all talking about my sexuality. You know what I mean? I don't play that Batman stuff. You
for the
understand?
record, what is your sexual orientation?
I'm straight. I
So
got
for
it.
the record,
Paul has a
it's
girl.
Boom, bye, bye, no, bati boy.
None of that Chichi Man ting. None of that. You get me?
What is it? Chichi Man thing?
Chichi Man, it's a song.
Chichi
Man.
Man ting.
This, you wouldn't know, but
That's
yeah,
why.
You don't know what
it
the
deals
fuck
with,
I know.
homosexuality and all that. But yeah, shout out to
mean-
my little, which I dub as hoochie shorts. That's his regular shorts to me, but nah, I'm
Yeah,
straight over here. You feel me? I just want to clear the air, and I'm on you too. I know who you are. You feel me? I'm on you. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get at you. I'm gonna get at you. I'm gonna see you at a reunion or something. I'm gonna get at you. I got stories about you too.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean?
Whoa.
And y'all just really
I'm
pulled
just
his
kidding.
card
I'm
about
just
this.
kidding. I'm just kidding. It's all love.
we don't believe you.
Nah, the seriousness was in the joke.
Nah, 50% of it was real. I'm on you. You know what I mean? What else we got in the box though? What we got?
All right. So this is a good one. Sports related a little bit, but it, I guess connect to everything. Would you rather have the career of Robert Horry? And for those who aren't familiar, Robert Horry was a decent basketball player. He had a couple
Absolutely.
years when he was really good, but
7-time champion.
he's a 7-time champion. He won 7 rings. But again, in terms of, the Basketball Hall of Fame and all of that, like ain't nobody talking about I want to be Robert Horry, right?
Nah.
Or Barkley, who had an amazing career, top 75 player of all time, but never won a ring. Do you want 7 rings or do you want the career?
Well, hold on,
Do you want the accolades or do you want the rings?
Look, I'm for the showboating and accolades and all that. So I'm gonna go with Barkley because Barkley had his own shoe line.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to
that
say.
was crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even right now, as far as on paper, who was I wouldn't say doing better because I don't know Robert Horry's.
But he probably still
yeah.
getting paid.
He's a millionaire. He's a millionaire chilling.
There's no debate about who's a better basketball player.
Right, that too. But as far as where we are, it's like status right now.
Yeah, y'all keep the
Barkley's
rings.
still doing this one too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rings, me. Well, look, the whole objective to playing basketball is to win a championship. So the fact that he won 7 joints, you can't overlook
Exactly.
that. You feel me?
And it's not that he just won 7 joints.
He was a part of it.
He wasn't.
Like, he wasn't a nigga.
Yeah.
He wasn't on the bench.
He
No,
wasn't John
actually, he was
Sal.
hooping. Yeah, Rockets. Come on, now.
He wasn't John Sal.
No, he was going crazy.
But listen to that though. It's like it's known, but it's not known. You know what I mean? Like when you hear about Barkley, it's like okay,
Right.
like that's immediate.
Barkley is one of the only players in Jordan era to win the MVP.
But you know it when you hear it. When you you don't know it when you hear him. So I guess
I was fortunate to watch both of them play.
Okay,
But-
that was a Michael Jordan lie. But
What?
It wasn't. Was it?
how many MVPs Mike got?
Mike has.
5.
Is it 5 or 6?
He got 5. He played for 14 years, so that means 9 other niggas won MVPs.
I mean, in the era. Okay.
This nigga lied.
That's facts.
So now,
I said
so you got
first of
9
all-
people.
First
You
of all,
said one.
I said one
That's
of
a
the
fact.
only
That's a
players
fact.
in the
This
Jordan
He did
is
say
era.
one.
I did say
Yeah,
one.
he did
of the
say
only
one. No, he
players.
did say. Nah, you right.
One of the other 9?
Yeah, it's 8 more
Yeah.
people.
That's cool.
Ocho más.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't want to have the LeBron mic.
Yeah, that's exactly where that was going.
I don't want to do it.
That's where that was going.
But
But I mean, but you talk about that like LeBron. How many?
Oh boy, here we go.
Well, no, hold on. Let's circle back real quick before we get to LeBron and Jordan. Let's circle
I
back.
don't want to get into that conversation.
Right, that's too deep. That's too deep.
Yes.
Me either.
As one of the few people that have played college sports, would you rather have the rings or the accolades? Because for me, my answer differs if I'm talking about Remington today or if I'm talking about Remington the athlete.
You can't do that though.
That's good.
I know, but I
But
understand. But
he's a Barkley fan.
And accolades for me.
you going accolades?
100%.
I was asking him from an athlete standpoint, you know, and that's
Absolutely.
why I think that way because like if I'm an athlete from an athlete standpoint, I want rings. I want your purpose you play like Paul said. The purpose you
Yeah.
play the game is to win the championship. Like that's what you
question.
do.
I mean,
Remington today to sitting on the couch in Arlington, Virginia, like I would much rather had the accolades. I got the
think a lot of
guap. I got the
too with
career
the
going for me.
accolades,
I got all of that going for me. It's if I had to pick
Yeah.
one, I'm probably going Barkley though.
Yeah, but
Yes.
I would go Barkley as well.
yes, me
Yeah.
too.
I'll go Barkley as
Accolades
well.
is that legacy is better than those rings. Robert Horry will be forgotten.
'Cause
He won 7
that
rings,
part.
but he will be forgotten.
Yeah.
Barkley, the likelihood that he's forgotten is less,
I
much
think
less.
He'll be forgotten amongst casual fans.
Absolutely.
But amongst like real fans, that's Big Shot Bob. Like he wasn't just along for the ride. Like
Nah,
he
yeah.
hit shots to win championships.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I
The fact that he's not a Hall of Famer is crazy to me.
and the reality is
Yeah.
he's going to keep making money.
I'm looking at it from the casual fan standpoint because
Right.
you go ask somebody that doesn't watch basketball on a regular basis, they're probably familiar with who Charles Barkley is. They might not.
They probably don't know who Robert Horry
They've
is.
probably never heard of Robert Horry, so
no.
that's why I would go that route.
I get you. But as far as what you was talking about like the relevancy today, who cares? That nigga paid.
Yeah.
Facts.
Who cares?
Robert Horry got
Who cares
millions.
that he not on TV and he ain't have a shoe
Yeah.
line?
He got millions,
Paid. He under the radar. He living his life. He
chilling.
cooling.
Yeah.
and he got 7 rings.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
and
that's
he got
what,
7 rings.
Yeah, ideally, that's what you would want as a
Look,
person, low key and whatnot, but
And-
having status. But like Remy was saying, as far as accolades, still being in the spotlight, would I want to take Horry's life right now? Which again, I'm unbeknownst to.
I'm sure it's pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. Versus Charles Barkley, who is again, doing
his one, too.
fame continues to grow year after year.
His name is
Right?
still
Like,
mentioned.
Of
Yeah.
course.
So
Still
I would
rings.
take Barkley's, position right now.
100%. But I mean, even athletically, like you play for those big moments, and he came through
Right.
in
In those big
biggest
moments.
of moments.
Yeah, he
Right.
did.
Yeah.
Big shot Bob.
I feel
Right,
you,
right.
but all right. So I feel you on that. The only thing he has is those rings. I just seen something the other day when they called a nigga 007. He has 0 Finals MVPs, 0 regular season MVPs with 7 championships. They call a nigga 007.
That's crazy.
So
That's crazy.
I mean, that's facts.
That's dope.
Yeah,
That's dope, though. I mean, that's respect, though. You know?
But to think about it,
Yikes.
like the 7 rings versus Barkley's accolades though. Barkley also has accolades. He has a MVP.
lot of them.
He has an MVP of the regular season MVP. He
Let's
also
talk about
he has a gold medal. He's
He's got a gold jacket for the Hall of Fame.
yes, all that. You know what I'm saying? He's also his shoes.
Top
his
75
shoes-
player of the league.
And Ori's not even a top 75 player, I believe.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So some
Damn.
of those accolades that Barkley may have might trump them 7 rings.
But let me tell you,
Definitely.
hold up. But
Yes.
let me tell you this. I would
I
bet
was
you
gonna
that
say that.
Charles Barkley would trade those accolades to hit those
At
shots
least
To
one-
get one ring?
Robert Horry
At
hit,
least one.
to win those
To
rings.
win those rings, yeah.
That's
good.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Marvelous, what would you do? Would you prefer the chips or the accolades?
I mean, being an athlete, yeah, you strive to want to get to a certain point, right? But who don't want to be left behind and forgot about? So I would probably take the accolades so that I can still be relevant somewhere.
Remembered it a little
Yes,
bit more?
Yeah, because it's like I did all that work for you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got the rings, but it's
I
like
feel you.
Yeah.
you just sitting in the trophy case. You know what I'm saying? Barkley shoes still being sold.
Facts.
You know, he still got stuff going on. People going to always, revamp and do certain things, and it's a mention. Why not?
My
You-
jersey's
you-
retired.
Yeah.
Ori's jersey not gonna be retired nowhere.
Nowhere.
See?
Never.
Yeah.
Nowhere.
So
But
I
it
would
should be
take that.
retired.
And,
So,
and-
well,
and
maybe
those
not,
are, and
but-
those are the
No.
things I feel like that played a factor into him being in the Hall of Fame or not.
Yeah, facts.
I mean, but at the end of the day, also, what did he do in college? because this is the basketball Hall of Fame. This is not like NFL.
That's true.
The NFL Pro Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
This is the basketball Hall of Fame. So this
Right.
is college.
Right.
Does anybody know what college Robert Horry went to?
You
I
just
don't
took the
even
thought
know.
out of my head. I was about to Google that.
I have no idea. You know what I'm saying?
I bet everybody knows what college Charles Barkley went to.
I think it went to
Auburn.
PG Community College or something. I don't know.
He went to Auburn. So,
Exactly.
yeah, you know. So
Big
yeah.
difference.
So,
Big difference. Yeah.
not PG community college.
Yeah.
But hey, man,
Same man.
this or that. That was.
It was Knicks.
That was Knicks.
Yeah.
What we got going, Nick?
Yeah, it was stayed on the topic of sophomore album, and it was The Pimp a Butterfly or Life After Death. These two are my top 2 sophomore albums in hip hop, and they're a top 10 album in hip hop for me too, like of all time. Life After Death it's tough. Like today, I'm gonna say Life After Death.
Yeah, me too.
Like, you know what I'm
Yeah, you
saying?
said you was back and
I was
forth.
back and forth with it. It's like it's
Hands down,
it's like
Life After Death.
like my top five sophomore albums, Life After Death and To Pimp a Butterfly is 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? The third one I might say is The Homework We Had.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The fourth one might be Supreme Clientele by Ghostface. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe The Infamous. Number 5. You know what I'm saying? Which another one we did the homework on.
So the bomb is not in your top 5.
Yeah, and then nowhere.
bomb.
I mean, you know what though? I'm with you on that. though. I'm not gonna lie. The bomb, and for those who don't know, that's Criss Cross.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
We
Their
knew.
second
What?
album?
That second was fire.
Steph got to get into
Fire.
this crisscross situation.
no.
From
Fire,
jump,
bro.
you been a crisscross fan.
Right.
What?
And it came as like, how long was the year between those? But anyway, so
Oh.
yeah.
Yikes.
So yeah, like today.
Oh,
Today you going Life After Death.
Yeah, today I'm Life After Death. Life After Death to me was like a movie, yo, like period. You know what I'm saying? And it showed the growth. Like what I look for in sophomore albums is just the growth from the first album. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear another album of the same shit that you gave me the first time. And I want to hear and just it should be a certain length between first album and sophomore album as well, because I know you need, you know, as an artist you need to grow. I want to hear you talk about where you at now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like all that fake shit where niggas is just rapping about the same shit over and over. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Life After Death for me is
Today.
today. Yeah, today. And I feel like it's maybe 1 or 2 skippable joints on there. And I think it's 1 on each. I would say both of them are 1 on each CD and with each disc. You know what I'm saying? So I would skip Hypnotized.
what?
Yeah, I mean, I can see that.
I'll skip
It's a radio
It was a
jam.
radio
It
jam.
was radio jump. Oh, okay,
You
I
know
get
what I'm saying?
it.
Yeah.
I've heard it too much.
Yeah.
I'll go with Life After Death only because at that time when the Pimp a Butterfly came out, I wasn't like I wasn't on Kendrick like that.
Very conscious.
It was a dope album for sure. But as far as what at that time when it first came out, because I think you had the remastered version too, the Life After Death joint. Didn't they remaster that joint?
I think so.
Probably.
Yeah.
They
at some
had
point.
more songs. They had like, but they have a
No,
but like,
no. The only thing they added on the what is that when he had the interview? I think the interview was at the end of that joint. That was
how
it.
many tracks was on Life After? Well, it was like 20.
It's 2 CD.
It's a double
It's
disc.
double disc.
Double
It's
disc.
two discs.
Yeah. But there was one that I listened more than the other.
This one is
This
probably
one's
one.
fire.
Yeah, it was Somebody Got to Die.
I think the 10 Crack Commandments was on that joint.
Didn't Disc 2 start with Bone and Biggie, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
That
it was
was-
Disc 2 all day.
Nah, not
Skies
for
the
me.
Limits
the
on
jump.
Skies the Limits on this too.
That was a jump.
Disc 2.
Yeah, this too was fire too. Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, just the how raw and rugged that album was back then. For me, it stands out. Biggie was a legend.
Yeah.
The stuff
He
he was
always
talking
painted a
about
story.
too. And it was at an age where I was still like at that time I was like really, trying to get into some, crazy stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
97.
like take that risk.
Right, like illegal shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that
Like,
joint dropped right after he passed away. So like 97. Yeah, we was in like 8th grade.
Yeah.
God,
So
do it.
I was trying to, figure myself out, like who I am, like what role I'm playing right now in this world and whatnot, and just doing all types of this crazy shit. But yeah, definitely the album stands out to me. So
The
yeah.
visuals for it, everything about the album, hands down, was like the jump.
Yeah.
But 10 Crack Commandments though is definitely a standout for me.
Yeah, 10 Crack Commandments, Kicking the Door, fucking, like I said, Niggas Bleed.
Yeah,
Like, come on, yo.
classic.
Yeah, Life After Death all day.
Yeah, I know you said you don't really like.
Yeah, I don't really like Pimp a Butterfly, so it was easy. It was an easy answer for me.
About you, Steph?
I mean, it's definitely life after death. Unpopular opinion. I'm not the biggest Kendrick fan. I appreciate what he does.
Me either.
I appreciate what he does. I mean,
too.
he's one of the most artistic niggas.
And lyrically, he's a beast.
He's a beast.
Definitely.
But like the re-listen value for
Slim.
Kendrick, to me, isn't there.
Yeah, it's not slim.
I can listen once and be like, that shit was fire. That was like, it's like a work of art. It's like Kendrick paints pictures. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he
it's
does.
like, it's really art.
But the replay value, I agree.
There's no replay value for me.
But like it's been years, and you can go back and bump a Biggie jump. Like
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
like
I mean, there's certain
yeah.
Kendrick songs, don't get it twisted, but
100%.
But like as a whole, like I'm not going back and I'm listening to Pimp a Butterfly for like to rock out to. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just curious, right? Just to visit for a second or two. When it comes to re-listening to like certain songs, is there an urge to do that as much like now versus back then? Like for me, like especially when it comes to hip hop, right, or rap, there's not much that once I listen to it, I'm like, I want to hear this again.
Like the new shit.
Like the new shit. But even like within the last like 4 or 5 years, like for me, I don't know if my taste in music has changed as far as like this is the standard for me moving forward. What I mean by that is, you know, there's tons of different genres, but there's so many other genres that when it comes to songs that I will replay all day. I don't know what it is. I guess, you know, I'm maturing, right? My energy's changing. Okay. All right. Hold on. I'm about to give you a 16.
I stopped this joint maybe in 2 minutes.
Word.
And started back over.
Word.
Nigga,
I feel you, man.
That shit that I
Have you seen his videos lately?
Yes.
Crazy.
That's the shit that I'm like, yo, I'm ready to hit it. I would listen to this album all the way through just to get back to that song.
No doubt.
I think back in the day, I listened to music more because I liked the track. Now I listen
That's
to
it.
music based on what type of mood I'm in.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
Also, the music then we just come from a different era. I think our era was like stellar to certain things. We can go back and revisit the 90s, the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? Like I won't say all the way to early 2000s, but you know what I'm saying? Like, but you can go back and revisit those songs and it still hit to me. For me, it hits the same way.
I'm the same way.
There's some newer stuff that's out, but I'm not pressed to hear it. Like I hear it and I'm like, all right, there's probably like 3 or 4 tracks of different people,
and that shit
out
is
of different
typically
people that I
for
will
me
go back and actually really listen to like that.
That's R&B. It's not even
Like-
rap.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be R&B for real.
R&B
Yeah.
all day.
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Unless it's Griselda, but Griselda brings the 90s shit. So
Bro, nah, 2000s hip hop you cannot go back and really listen to.
nah.
2000s hip hop was that dance, that
Yeah,
Laffy
that's
Taffy,
what-
that
that
white
Atlanta
tee,
is
I
yup,
get what you're
swag,
saying,
surf,
Walk
like
it out.
yeah, I'm not going
That
back
was
and
all-
listening. I'm
that
not
was a-
checking for none of that
that
era.
was a
Is
whole- that was a whole
Hold on,
fucking
time out,
era,
time out,
too.
time out.
it was a window.
Unless it was
Pop
T.I.
lock and drop
Unless it was like the T.I. that T.I. era, that fucking shoulder lean, rubber band,
I mean,
man,
you're
all that
basing
shit
it
was
on
tough.
the radio
Yeah,
version
no.
of how things were.
Trap music was gonna be one of the sophomore albums I was gonna bring up for niggas to listen to.
Yeah, but
Trap music
even
is fucking
Jeezy
crazy.
came out around that time too, right?
Jeezy was 05.
All that shit is very dated though.
I mean,
very dated.
it's
But
very
fab,
dated. Versus
y'all gotta
90s
get
hip hop.
into y'all
90s
fab
hip hop
bag.
is much
Stop.
easier to go back and listen to and play today and be relevant and enjoy than that. Even the trap music era, even the T.I. era. Like it's gonna when the radio jams come on, you're gonna be like, my God, like.
shit, I mean, 24. That shit
Yeah,
still
That's
crazy.
that's
Nah,
garbage.
that shit-
That's garbage.
that's just
That's
basura,
garbage.
my guy.
It's garbage
It's
today.
Trash,
It's not
nigga.
trash.
In 2023,
You
that
ain't-
is terrible.
That's you ain't vibe.
Yes, all my partners.
If you at a party and it come on, I bet
but-
you dancing.
But
I'm
nigga,
not, nigga. I'm
I
not
bet
doing
you
the
partying
shit.
in
24th?
I bet you shoulder leaning if
I'm
that
not
joke
doing
come
the
on.
shoulder
Yeah,
leaning.
I bet
you're
you do.
joint with Jazzy
I
Faye,
bet
though.
you do.
hey, let's get away.
Terrible.
to the room.
In 2023,
That shit crack, nigga.
terrible.
What? That shit
Yikes.
rock.
I'm
No,
not
in its
saying-
time, it was fire.
I'm not saying it's not a good song. I'm
So
saying,
how about 50 Cent shit in early 2000? Y'all not gonna go back and listen to Give Rich or Die Trying?
No.
listen, if it's
I listen to it now.
it's all right. It's not.
getting my
It's
fab
okay.
bag
I
all
listen
day.
to it now.
Period, point blank.
Give Richard Die Trying?
I wasn't the 50 fan. Like even his mixtapes, even though they were going crazy, I wasn't on 50 like that. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
David Hopkins put me on 50.
I'm good on Many Men in 2023, man.
What?
I'm good on Many Men in 2023.
Very good.
I'm very good.
I'm not
Ah, shit, son, pull off. Get the fuck out of here. nigga. I don't wanna-
good. That's just I'm good.
That joint's fire.
I just
dog.
said it. I'm gonna say it
No.
again.
with me?
I don't know what you gonna say, Marvelous.
No, I'm saying
That's
like
2000?
you had the early 2000s.
2002.
You had Fab. y'all skipped past my boy.
Fab was going crazy a little
Yeah,
bit.
I hated Fab at that time.
Been a fan.
Fab been
Ghetto, Little M, O.
What are y'all talking about?
God, that motherfucker spelled his name more than he spelled everything more than anybody I've ever heard.
Doesn't matter.
Nigga was in the spelling bee.
Fab's comeback was the
What?
Soul Tape.
Soul Tape too.
Crazy.
Crazy.
talking
Soul Tapes is crazy.
Soul Tapes was going.
But
I'm not
early
gonna-
Fab, early 2000s is what I'm referring to. That whole
Man,
era.
we
But
would have even never been hip.
you can respect a nigga and not fuck with him. I'm not.
Yeah.
Fab's lyrical game was crazy. His pen game was money.
Absolutely.
But I didn't like his delivery.
He was a
I
new
didn't like.
Mace.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. I didn't like his style.
He was a new Mace.
Y'all are hating.
But no, Fab is like in my top 25, and like him and Big Pun and Jadakiss kind of
Yeah.
they interchange at that 25 spot.
You going to the Jadakiss show?
Yes, sir. Got my
Okay.
ticket and everything. Thursday,
All right,
popping.
This Thursday?
Yeah,
Oh,
August
dope.
10th. My nigga Kingpin Slim performing. You know what I'm saying?
Alright.
So
that's love.
Shout out to Slim.
yes, sir.
Love.
That's that.
Still waiting
local
on this
love.
album release date, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready for this shit to come out. You know.
Y'all working. He don't have a date yet.
Nah, he's still working. He's still finishing, putting little finish touches on shit and shooting little visuals, and he's trying to get the rollout right.
Speaking of shout outs,
Yeah.
hey man,
Say, man.
Paul,
Yo.
what didn't one of your homies pass in television?
Oh, Angus. I mean, there's a lot of people who passed. They're crazy. They say death comes in threes, right? So you had
threes,
Pee Wee
right.
Herman. Shout out to him.
R.I.P.
Shout out
You
to
know what I
Pee Wee,
mean?
That's the rest of
I know you.
That's my childhood,
Shout out
man.
to Pee Wee.
Yeah, man.
I posted it on the gram. Not only was that our childhood, but that was also your adulthood. If you think about Below, Derek for Real,
No
that's
question.
Pee Wee Herman.
Come on now.
Derek for Real is a classic
I get it.
character.
Absolutely.
Like Derek
Classic
for real.
character.
yeah, yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
The nigga was a perv though.
Yeah.
I mean,
He was.
he was a little bit of a perv. He
That's
was a
all
little
right.
off.
I'm not gonna tarnish nobody.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Wait, but wasn't he in like a X-rated?
He went to a
Movie
porno movie theater and he beat his meat in the
Like,
porno
I'm sorry.
movie theater.
What do you expect?
No,
I'm
it was
here.
other stuff though.
I'm here.
It ain't no allegedly, but whatever.
I don't know. I don't think that was like the main thing.
I like Pee Wee when I was growing up.
I feel like you go to a
Nick.
porno movie to show. I feel like everybody beating off in that joke.
He got other stuff going on.
What are you doing?
What other stuff did Pee Wee have going on, Marcus?
Smelling it though.
Why would you even go to a
Why not? Right.
First of all,
Just
respectfully.
the whole
Tough
vibe.
person.
dog.
Pee Wee
Because
Herman
he
though.
passed away. I'm not even going into
It's
it.
Pee
But if
Wee
it happened, it
Herman.
happened.
Yeah, it happened.
If it's Googleable, it's Googleable.
It
If
is.
it's documented, it's documented.
I don't know. I was listening to NPR radio and
Yeah, well, like
Nah,
a trench coat or
Wasn't
something.
that one of our questions? Would you rather be
The flash.
forgotten or misunderstood?
oh, true.
There's Pee Wee Herman. Would you rather be forgotten or misunderstood?
Yeah, but he still was for the people. Like, you know, he had a smoking habit and he made sure that he never got caught by the tabloids smoking, right? Because he didn't want to have that image portrayed.
But how did they find out anyway?
Michael Jackson probably smoked, nigga.
I mean, a lot of people smoke.
Shit, Obama used to smoke Newports.
Yeah, but when you think about him being caught, you know, masturbating, and then the fact that you still, you know,
That's worse than smoking.
what? You caught masturbating?
Yeah.
I mean, like Steph said though, that you went to a porno, like, what else you gonna do there, my nigga? Especially if you went there dolo.
Yeah, what do you expect?
Like, come on,
What do
bro.
you expect from me?
You went there
What are you
dolo.
doing? I
What do
feel
you
like I
expect?
feel like he went in a trench coat with no
Yeah.
clothes underneath too. I feel like that's I feel like that's a fact. Though. I feel like that's what he went in.
Hey, Dolly, look at this.
With the shoes he did dancing. With the shoes he did dancing.
Tequila.
That nigga was dancing on the bar. He was clearly a.
What was your man
I was
name?
about to call him.
For a second, growing
Jack.
up,
Jack.
what was
That's an
Foolish.
unacceptable word.
A Jaguar.
Right.
yo, who's your boy?
So damn foolish.
He used to be like, ew, ew, ew. He used to do that with his mouth.
Oh, that's Ernest. Ernest P. World. Don't
Yeah,
ever
but
that
I
weird
used
shit
to-
you just did.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only
That
thing that
weird
stood out.
shit you
Whatever.
just did,
but
though.
Yo,
My nigga said.
Ernest goes to camp.
Ernest Halloween shit was fire.
Ernest was classic.
Oh yeah, Ernest was classic, right?
I used to get
Oh yeah. Oh,
confused.
Ernest
though.
gets locked up. Crazy.
Yeah, I used to
Ernest
think
looked like a
Ernest
horse.
and Pee Wee were the same person for a while. Like
Why?
growing up, I have no idea.
Ernest
Yeah.
definitely looks like a horse.
Ernest P. World.
Ernest saved
Ernest was
Halloween
that
or some
nigga,
shit
though.
was fun with the trolls. That
But,
shit was hilarious.
But shout out, you know, RP to those who have passed away. Angus. you
Angus
know,
Cloud, yeah, that was crazy.
a stand-up
Angus
character for
25
me.
too.
25. And the fact that his
Young.
dad had died, and for those who don't know, he was on the show, HBO show Euphoria, which was
Yep.
a classic show. And it dealt with, you know, teenagers or high school, you know, schoolers, you know, with drugs, addictions and whatnot. But just his role, and to watch someone come up, like, it's interesting, right? When you're on social media And like, you might stop following someone who's, has minimal followers, but you just slowly but surely just see him just picking up and like doing crazy, great things, like modeling for different campaigns. Like I watched him blow up.
Right.
And his character, especially when watching Euphoria, was a time for me that I knew a lot of people that was actually overdosing and dying.
Yeah.
Like in 2023, I remember in 2021, I knew 8 people who had overdosed, bro. You know
My
what I'm saying?
cousin was one of them. My cousin.
You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, that type of lifestyle has, played a part of my family as well. So, just to, see him pass away at such a young age was just devastating to me. Like, damn, another one, bro?
And
Yeah.
I seen it, but what was it from?
Right,
Overdose?
they didn't come. They didn't put it out
They
there.
believe it's OD.
assuming
They believe it's OD.
Yeah, I
Because
was assuming
his
too.
mom caught him. His
Fentanyl.
mom found
His
him.
dad had died a week prior
That
to
part.
that, and they said that he was already
over.
fighting addiction as it was.
Yeah.
And his dad died a week prior to his passing. And they said he was taking that really, really
He was
rough.
taking it hard,
so he
yeah.
probably fell back into his
That's
old
what
ways,
made
and
that. Mhm.
unfortunately, probably got some fentanyl.
But
Yep.
even on that show, though, when you hear about certain actors, excuse me, who were battling addiction during like filming, like one guy, I forgot his name.
He was one of them.
He was one of them?
Yes, what's her name? Zendaya and a couple other of the cast like helped pay for him to get in recovery
Oh,
type
wow.
thing. Like they
The-
helped him through
The
recovery.
guy with the blonde hair, he would like, the producer would stop, but like, look, you can't even. They would have to do fillings for his
but
role.
my thing is like, why would you put a person in a role like that?
I don't know if he came in
Well,
like
one-
that.
To me, it
I feel
makes-
like you get more genuine.
It makes it authentic. Like,
Right.
why?
Yeah, but
You're
that's a
playing
trigger
yourself.
too. Like, I mean, at the end of the day,
But
It is
it could
a
be
trigger,
like
right.
how
It's
Rim
also a
said,
payday.
like, it's a
You know,
pay,
Rim,
but
when
it's
you
like,
said a while back, like some people just get into their role and they
Oh yeah,
get into their role. So maybe he
fall
wasn't
into the role.
all the way there. Maybe he had experienced little things and then got into that role, and it made him feel like the character.
Right.
I mean, I don't know,
But I also feel like if you're playing the role of an addict and you've been an addict and you happen to
That
be
part,
a good
yeah.
actor in combination with that, I need you for that part
Absolutely.
because you can pull from a place that other people can't pull from.
Absolutely.
it's going to get
Yeah.
a check.
Yeah, no. But yeah, RP to Angus and
It's pretty sad.
As well as what's my man's name? Mark Malagros. Or
Oh, yeah.
Margololis.
From Scarface,
something like
right?
that. Yeah, from Scarface, from Breaking Bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, with the bell. He passed through. He legendary.
life is ill, man. I'm telling you, take full advantage.
It's crazy how he was supposed to push the button to blow up a car in motherfucking Scarface, but in Breaking Bad, he blew himself up in the wheelchair. To
Facts.
fucking-
Facts, right?
with
That's
a push of a
crazy.
button.
Same shit, basically.
That's wild.
Hey, I got a question for y'all though, man. Do any of y'all have a prized possession? If you mind me asking, I don't know if it's personal, but I'm just curious.
Yeah. Yeah.
You do?
I have a few.
All right.
No.
What about you, Marvelous?
Oh, I mean, my prized possessions are my children.
Okay.
That's one
Respect.
Of them.
What about you?
Yeah, my children, my art.
Okay. So like this say in Earth 22, right? If your house was to burn down.
What are you taking with you?
Not even what you're taking, but what are you most upset about that got burned in the fire? Or that you lost in the fire?
Ooh.
For me, I think it would be actually the house.
Gotcha.
Honestly, you know what I'm saying? Like, because without the house, like having all that other shit, anything else in there, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So the house itself.
yeah.
But no-
unless my kids out the house.
Of
Am I
course,
saying that?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
we
keep
all
the kids out.
so
Keep the kids
we-
out.
we
Yeah,
all
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, the house itself. Because I
Right.
put work into this house. I put in work to get this house and buy this shit. Then that's money that's just fucking gone now.
But it's replaceable.
I mean, it's
What
replaceable.
I mean by
yeah,
possession
but,
is something that if you lose, you cannot, get back.
it's memories in that house.
Got you. Okay, say less.
Yeah, mine connects directly to that. Mine would be probably pictures.
Pictures.
Pictures
part.
because you're losing memories.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So all the photos I have and shit, because I got a whole gang of photos and shit. I'd be upset about that. My shoes, obviously, but again, that's stupid shit. Shoes are replaceable.
But
The
those
photos are not
pictures-
replaceable.
Yeah.
See, you know what's crazy, right? I don't have any prized possessions, and
I didn't, but I thought about that.
At first, I was like, "Damn, does that mean that is that bad?" Then I'm like, "No, it's a good thing, right? Because I'm not like attached to anything, right?" But then when I think about my sneakers and whatnot, those are years of collecting, bro. Like niggas put work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
So even though it's surface level, it's like, nah, I'd be a little upset. Like,
I'd be
you know what
upset,
I'm
but I
saying?
mean, those are all replaceable.
It is
so
replaceable.
the pictures aren't replaceable. I
pictures are
can't
not.
go re-download those from somewhere. Like I can.
Besides your memory.
Yeah, exactly.
If you can remember all
I
of
feel
them.
you on the pictures, but I don't think there's a single thing that if my house caught on fire, I'm gonna say I got to go back and get that.
Right.
Like I'm just not attached to any material thing in
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah. And I feel the same. Like, you know,
Yeah, I don't-
if I dig deep, like again, sneakers, but again, that's like materialistic things that can be replaced. But as far as something like, damn, fuck, I lost that.
I think I would.
Nah,
I think I would be really upset if I lost my mom's music collection
Okay.
because I took that on when she passed away.
Right.
And so
right.
like I have all of it. So if that got ruined, that would fool with me.
Nah,
I'm
I
not
feel
gonna
you.
lie.
Nah, I'm more in like the fuck it all camp
Yeah.
rather than I need to go back and get this. Like whatever. All the shit can burn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as my kids are safe.
As long as
and-
my kids are
I
safe
mean,
and
that
everyone
part,
makes it out.
if,
Yeah,
like
of course.
you said, if the,
the
kids
rest
are
of the
out
shit
of the
can burn.
house,
I can buy all.
I'm good to go. But there is going to be a piece of me that know that my mom's collection. And
Yeah,
stuff
well,
that she,
I mean that
just
makes
her
sense.
legacy of
That's
stuff that
sentimental.
would-
Like this,
Yeah.
I don't have sentimental shit like that. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no, the actual, like I said, the actual house. Because I got other shit in there too, like my hard drives and shit, my fucking computer, couch, nigga, a whole bunch of shit. Like,
Yeah.
you know, but it's like, fuck all that. I can fix all that, but
Yeah, that
nigga,
part.
I need my house, nigga. I need somewhere to fucking stay.
No question.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, nah. Hell nah.
I feel the pictures though. I mean that makes sense.
That
definitely
part
makes
too.
sense.
That makes
Yeah,
sense because
yeah.
I mean I literally I have no pictures from my child. I think I got like 3 pictures.
You know what's crazy? I love you for that, right? Because
None.
my parents had some stuff in the storage that they lost because someone was just mismanaging and whatnot. But needless to say, that had everything as far as like I literally have no childhood pictures,
None,
bruv.
I got like 3
Like,
pictures of myself
Nothing
as a child.
I
Yeah.
don't have nothing, bro.
I got some shit.
It's funny. I was actually going to ask y'all for those so that I could try to create a new intro. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have all of my.
I might
Yeah,
have,
I got
I have a
Any-
picture from me being in person. That's
Yeah, well,
I have childhood pictures of you. Nigga, stop lying.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah,
exist.
yeah,
You
yeah,
have
yeah,
child.
yeah,
You don't
yeah,
have as
yeah.
many as you would like,
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
have childhood
Yeah,
pictures.
yeah.
any proof of me ever being a child is almost.
I was going to say, Steph, I don't think I've seen a childhood picture of
I've always
Steph.
been a fucking adult, nigga.
I might have your.
You been a man child?
I think I have your permit
hell's
that
going
you
on
let
with
me
that?
use. I
You
never
have my
gave
driver's
back.
permit?
Yeah, I used it. I never
Two
gave back.
things.
I think I have that, bro.
2 things just now. You made me think about something. You called
Yeah.
him a man child.
Yeah, I was just wondering.
You had me weak a few episodes. You called Marcus man boy. You was
Since I've
like,
always
yeah.
been an adult.
And
The
this
hell?
nigga here might be an alien. You say you see
Right.
aliens and shit. You ain't got no-
I just been here, nigga. What the fuck?
That's what. And you been here,
just
been
been
here.
here.
So you like a man
Been
child,
here.
bruh.
Man, child.
He got that ooze.
A baby adult.
Turtles and shit.
Now I understand the hype.
Rocksteady?
Yeah,
Alright,
People.
Bop.
yeah. Now I get it.
It's rock steady.
Yeah, man.
That's funny, man. But we had some homework, right, Nick?
Yeah, we definitely did, brother. We
Yeah,
definitely
you wanna-
did, yo. You
the
know,
score.
it kind of ties in with a lot of shit we talked about. We talked about some 90s shit today.
Yeah.
So this right here, right? This homework today, for today, the Fugees, the score is staying on the sophomore album. You know, topic or category thing. This when we first came up with the idea for this podcast, like this is the type of shit that I kind of had in mind because this album, it sparked a lot, like that whole era, 96. It just took me back into like lessons and things that I learned during that time. You know what I'm saying? Or just remember seeing that I know now how to implement in life today. You know what I'm saying? This album, the score, is top 5 hip hop album, sophomore. You know what I'm saying? Whatever category you want to put this shit in, this joint is a classic, certified, like from the beginning to end. There's little things that you catch in this joint, like the intro, the fucking the whole like spoken word in the beginning is giving you like pretty much all the titles to the song.
Yeah, it's giving you the preview to
Yeah,
everything
you
that's
know what I'm
coming in.
saying?
Yeah.
It with Ready or Not. You know what I'm saying? Like the first line, now that I escaped Sleepwalker awake. Have you ever seen the movie Sleepwalkers?
Right.
I think I have, but vaguely
Right,
do I
I have.
remember.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
The movie buff. Steph, have you seen Sleepwalkers?
No.
All right, so the music that they sampled in that joint, the
Yes.
doom, is the music from that movie. The movie's crazy. It's a fucking weird ass movie about these cats that's crazy and shit and like possessed, and it's like a weird ass fucking movie.
But it puts you in a trance, and that's what that song is like melodic.
Yeah. So just hearing that, just catching that, you know what I'm saying? Then like the skits, the way the album's put together is like, you know, everyday shit on the block. You know what I'm saying? The you know, Warnertown, the beast is loose. You know, talking about cops and shit, and just the all the symbolic things in the album let me sit back and think. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like even the lyrics, Kim went the fuck off on a lot of these songs. I mean, not Kim. I'm sorry.
Lauren Hill.
Yes,
Oh,
Lauryn
she
Hill.
spazzes.
Everyone
She's
like
a
this is
always
where
so.
she planted her flag as a female MC.
Yeah.
Was this album? The first album was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like the first Fuji's album was cool. It wasn't she didn't do her thing like that? But this one, she went off, bro.
Didn't they break up though for a second after the first album?
It broke up after this album, I believe. After this
Yeah, I
album,
think it was after this one.
It was after this one. The first album was
And she did
you
a
got the
solo
vocab,
project.
you got the
Yes.
vocab, all that shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? A Mona Lisa.
Kinda get it there
that was
Friday.
the first album.
No,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? Yeah, but this joint, young, she like the cadences, the flows, and everything. She man,
She just it showed her. It actually exposed like
Right.
her.
yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean? Like
yeah.
she's a triple threat.
I think.
Yeah, I forgot how much she rapped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when she was
'Cause
like,
of this
I'm here. Like
I'm here. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't
Like-
just do poetry. I spit.
Right.
I sing.
I'm
like,
nice for
yeah.
real.
You know, it's crazy. Like
She's a vibe, a whole vibe.
when I think about Lauryn Hill, that's the only first thing I think about was her rapping because that's
Yeah.
all I know her for.
Oh, yeah.
See, first thing I think
know what
about
I'm
is the
saying?
misinterpretation, Jeff.
Like,
Hello.
Like all singing,
Yeah.
all singing Lauryn Hill. That's what I think of.
Like for
Man,
me, her singing
good.
didn't start until I was watching Sister Act.
Sister Act,
And when I
right.
seen her sing, I was like, yo, I didn't know you could even blow like that.
I didn't
right?
know
She was in
Yeah.
high school and them. She missed her graduation. They had a graduation for her on set.
Oh wow,
Because she missed her
That's
graduation
dope.
to film.
That's
that
dope. That's
Yeah,
dope.
yeah.
But that was my
Sister
intro.
Act, Sister Act 2 was when I like intro to her actually
Yeah,
singing. I was
because
like,
I
oh
didn't
shit.
exactly. I just knew her as far as rapping, but
Yeah.
She's literally a triple threat.
absolutely,
definitely.
Acting
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all of it. Like
Yeah,
she's
definitely.
that album
Yeah.
was
But
fire.
she
Fire.
rapped her ass off, bro.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
this
on this one,
this
yeah.
this album is the reason why people say she's the best female rapper of all time.
Yeah, the album is classic.
I can see
Album,
that.
yeah.
I agree with Rim.
Nah,
She
she
was-
was there lyrically going crazy.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, pros.
Yeah, Pros was the weakest link in the
Pros, well,
Pros was
Ain't
the
nobody, ain't nobody,
It was like
Nobody
Diamond
coming
D,
to see you, nigga.
Diamond D, and Joe
Nobody coming to see
Forte
you,
fucking
foolish.
shine on this joint. Family Business, Family Business is my shit, bro. Joe Forte went off, but Lauryn Hill went off, young.
I forgot how much I liked How Many Mics.
Yeah.
Oh, that joint is crazy.
I forgot how
How many
much I liked
mics
that
are
song.
there?
That song was insane.
Insane, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my
Absolutely.
god.
And I forgot about what's this? The two of you?
The two of you, yeah,
At once?
Yeah.
yeah. This nigga
Kick your monkey ass.
He said, "About to go to this Chinese Muslim joint."
Chinese Muslim
Yeah,
joint.
he's about to get fried rice and mix it live at the same time.
4 wings hard, fried hard.
He said, "This ain't Channel 5, nigga. Somebody gonna die."
This ain't Burger King, but have it your way.
Yeah, that shit was funny as shit. Yeah.
Nah, there's a couple of just a
Yeah.
couple of standouts. I mean, obviously, Fuji La was crazy.
La, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For me, Mister always stands out. I like the words that Wyclef,
Yeah.
uses to describe the scene as far as being homeless and being addictive. And,
Oh, yeah.
You ask for money, but yeah, you still gonna get high type shit. Like
Yeah.
that's real.
Yo, Wyclef
Underrated.
Underrated.
Super underrated.
Fucking, he spit some fire on this joint.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Nah.
yeah.
Yeah.
The mask, that joint. you know,
Fire.
what? Come on, yo. Like Kim's whole. I mean, I keep saying Kim.
Kim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
relax.
Fucking-
Lauren.
Yes, Lauren. Lauren told a nice story in that joint too. You know what I'm saying? Just like her storytelling and shit. Like she killed this whole motherfucking album, bro. Yeah.
The album's a
the
classic
score
for sure.
is definitely classic.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely is classic.
100%.
Was it that tape or was it the first album that we stole from Waxy Maxi?
Are you looking at me?
I would probably.
Because I want to say
I
Fuji
don't
La.
steal.
I want to say it was well, we didn't usually steal albums. We stole
No, we stole
singles.
tracks. It was
right, but it was
singles.
singles.
Yeah, it
we
was a
stole
single.
singles.
Yeah, but I
So
felt like it had Fuji La, and
I'm pretty sure it was the Fuji La single,
and
probably.
the B song to that joint I think was
I feel like they
was
didn't
it
get paid for that
Zealots?
because you guys stole
nah,
it.
it was
They probably did.
Fucking thieves.
Yeah, we used to steal the shit out of tapes from
Woman, No
Maxi
Cry.
Maxis.
Gotta relax, Rim.
oh I forgot about that joint
No
too
Woman, No
though.
Cry.
Classic,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I don't think it was No Woman No Cry though.
Nah, I want to say it was. I want to say it was How Many Mics.
It might have been How Many Mics. I gotta
Because they had so many radio joints off
Because
that.
remember the
How Many
singles used to
Mics?
have.
How
Fuji
Many
La,
Mics? Fuji La,
Ready or Not, Killing
Ready
Me
or Not,
Softly,
Killing Me Softly.
Softly,
Them
yeah,
were all
yeah.
like the singles off
The
that
crazy
joint.
thing is, I feel like even when those songs were on the radio, they were just still knockouts.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
ones that
Bangers.
You hear, like we were just talking about. You hear something. That's just radio.
What year did
you know
that?
what I'm saying?
What-
But
what
like they
month?
really,
what?
Oh, I don't know what
That
month I was
album?
about to say. I can tell you what year real
Yeah,
quick.
Yeah, I know it was 96.
96,
I know
yeah.
it's 96.
Probably
but
November.
96 had the best albums. 96 was the best year. Nigga. I said
Right,
it last
right.
time. I always say it.
It was
nigga.
Heat.
96
Heat.
was the best year for hip hop, but also think about it, the Bulls won 72-10. The 11s came out in 96. You know what I'm saying? The Penny 2s came out in 96.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like shit.
Then Lauryn Hill, man, she's just like that. I mean, I know we're talking about the Fugees, but
February
she's
13th,
definitely
1996.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely just like that.
The big top of the year. That's the first quarter.
So I just
Yeah,
kept
first
getting, I
quarter.
kept getting like tired of her little song Zion though, because every time, like in the morning, we were getting ready for school. As soon
Yeah,
as
that-
you hear it, it's like Zion. I'm
My
like,
joy, my joy.
Yeah, nah,
Marcus
but
loves
That joint
it
is still
because
fire, though.
I
song is
know he's
amazing.
Classic.
almost
That whole
in the
album.
driveway because I hear
Yeah.
Zion.
talking about Lauryn, that
Yeah,
Miseducation,
yeah.
Lauryn Hill's album,
Yeah.
and she didn't really sing that whole much on that joint. She
No.
she had some rapping on that.
Yeah.
Oh,
too.
she did, but I all I hear is singing when I think of Lauryn Hill. Like,
Yeah.
for what I hear my joy, my joy. As soon as I hear
That's
Lauryn
That's
Hill,
like the best part of the song.
right?
Yeah,
Hey, what?
yeah.
She spazzes out.
Yeah.
She goes crazy.
That's
on
what
that,
I
man.
hear when I think Lauryn Hill. So.
Oh,
Yeah, this
speaking
newest
of
time to get it.
also on that joint, Cowboys and Girls.
On the score?
Cowboys on the score.
Yeah,
Nigga,
yeah.
what? Nigga, for the longest, I thought that Rod Digger was Lauryn Hill. If you listen to them both rapping back and forth, Rod Digger, yo,
yeah.
it's
I
Rod-
can hear that. I can hear
Yeah.
that.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
yeah, they
I
sound
can hear
like they both
Yeah.
from Jersey though. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I
I
love
can
you,
hear that.
They
bro.
both
I
from
can
Jersey.
hear it.
Yeah,
Yes,
they-
indeed.
Oh yeah, all of them. Yeah.
I remember as a kid listening to hip hop, especially in the '90s. I used to always remember groups as far as like where they were from. Because Jersey was killing it.
Outsiders.
What you had
Yeah.
Lords in the Underground,
Yeah,
Redman, you know, Northern by Nature,
Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah.
Yeah, that whole flavor. Was it Mad Flavor or Flavor Unit?
Flavor Unit, yeah, Flavor
Yeah,
Unit, yeah.
Yeah. Jersey was doing their thing.
Absolutely.
We need another homework assignment.
So Marvelous alluded to it. You know what I'm saying? This is, I wouldn't say this is a sophomore album, but it's on the part 2. We're gonna go with
Crisscross.
part 2.
It's crisscross.
We're gonna go with Soul Tape 2, yeah.
Soul Tape?
Yeah, let's go Soul
Yes.
Tape 2.
Come on, y'all. Y'all don't want to do
You know what though? I can't remember the songs on Soul Tape 1, so I'm gonna go back and forth. But
Yeah.
I got you.
Soul Tape, it was a good little trilogy, but I think Soul Tape 2 was the best out of the 3.
Yes.
Yeah,
You can get into your bag on that one.
yeah. Soul Tape was crazy. Fab did his one too.
So Fabulous Soul Tape 2 is the homework.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. A little nostalgia.
Do we want to?
FABO.
Hello.
You got something out the bucket?
I like.
I was gonna say, you know,
no,
We always like to end it with some random questions. Y'all want to end it with some random questions today?
Yes. Let's do it, Rim.
One just fell out.
That might be the one.
That's it.
Favorite episode of Martin?
Oh man.
I can't even. I just too many.
It's an impossible question.
That's hard for me. Pause.
I got one.
You got one?
Tell us.
Favorite episode?
Yeah, favorite episode. Yeah, I got my favorite. I got 2 actually. But my favorite
I hope you don't
joint
use mine. Go
is
ahead.
the insurance money.
That's a good one.
When hey, I'm saying like my favorite about the part
Wait.
I crack up laughing
Is
at
that
is
the, is that the Random Spoons joke?
nah. This is joint when Martin came home early and he got heard the answer machine or something. It was about $1 million policy or some shit.
And he thought Gina was trying to kill him.
Thought Gina was trying to kill him, and the cans of pork and beans fell out the fucking cabinet. 3 cans of pork and beans, like, doom. Then fucking motherfucking Cole came in the house with him one time and slipped behind the couch. His motherfucking feet was up in the air. He got the whole floor wet and they trying to catch him. Yeah, that shit was funny. Yeah, that joint and the first Halloween joint.
Oh my gosh. I know that one.
Yeah.
The first Halloween joint.
Yeah, that nigga Tommy was on the couch on the chair tripping with his mouth open, the tongue and shit, and
Yeah.
Sean was controlling the motherfucking joint. Yeah, them my 2 favorite joints for real.
What's yours, Rim?
Shit, I don't know. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I've seen plenty of Martin episodes. I know plenty of Martin scenarios,
Yes,
but I couldn't name a particular episode. I
Yeah.
have not seen Martin enough to say this is my favorite episode. Because I never watched it in
I like the
like
New Jack
back to
City
back
one.
like that. But
That's on his-
I have a
Somebody stole my CD player.
what episode was it when they was in the courtroom and he had
The,
to?
the GTD, get the draws joke?
Was that?
I guess so. Yeah, probably was get the draws.
That's when Martin got the speeding ticket.
Yes.
No. Was it or was it? That's when Tommy hit Sinead. Hit her
It's
car.
2. Oh, it's 2 of them.
Yeah.
It's just 2.
It's 2
Okay.
of
It's
them,
when he get the speeding ticket.
Well, there's one of them. There's
Okay.
one of them whenever I think it's to get the draws jump because right after that,
that's right.
the bailiff's in the background partying,
Oh, partying.
dancing.
Oh yeah.
The bailiff is actually one of my dad's good friends.
Oh,
my
word.
man Skeeter. Yeah.
Facts,
So
facts,
I have
facts.
a little bit of bias towards that episode. I'm gonna go with that episode because
That's
I know
the joke.
somebody in that motherfucking
That's the
episode.
joint when the Bama pulled him over. He was like, "Why don't you let me take you down the street and treat you to a donut?" He was like, "I don't eat donuts." He said, "You don't." Or you eat Fruit Loops or something.
Hey, go ahead.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because Martin was the lawyer.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
That's to get the drugs joint. The
Yes,
other
I thought
joint-
so.
the other
I thought
joint
so.
wasn't fucking Tommy was his own, representing himself.
Because right after you say to get the draws, that's when the bailiff
Then they
start
start
partying.
partying and
Yeah, that's
shit.
my man Skeeter in the back. The bailiff is my man Skeeter.
Your Honor, you're gonna have to make him speak up. What does GTT? That's a good episode.
Get the draws. Get the draws.
Yeah, you got the
If
drops.
I could rephrase the question, I would probably change it to like moments. Because as far as like an episode,
It's
you know what I'm
too
saying?
many of them.
But the moments though, you know what I'm saying? Like
the Mama Bird episode.
That was my other go-to.
That's a good one.
That was my other go-to.
The Varnell Hill moment is
yeah.
legend.
That's
Is
legend.
legend.
That's
Any
legend.
bruh man moment is legend.
Even
Any bruh man moment.
Hustle Man moments are legend.
Crazy.
Hustle man was crazy.
Hustle Man,
All right, and listen, Roscoe,
The kid.
awesome,
bro.
awesome.
Nigga, that episode when they sent Cole to get the pizza in the
That's a good
snowstorm.
one too.
That joint was
That's a good
fucking
one.
hilarious.
What about the
nigga.
jump?
Y'all think he gonna make it?
Yeah.
And this
He's all broke
blizzard,
up. They said, "What happened to you?" He said, "Big Shirley came down on my own
left side.
Every time he showed her, it was just like
He said-
hands and breasts, and she was like, "Ooh, cold."
She didn't say nothing. She just came down on me hard.
Do the voice again?
Hell
Do the
yeah.
voice again? No, you didn't.
Ooh, cold. It's nothing but breasts. And actually, I'm not even gonna go there, but I know a woman that looks like Big
Yo,
Shirley.
all
What's
that
her name?
shit- Every joint with Miss Jerry in it.
Drop her name.
Train
What's her
station
name?
joint.
Oh, that joint is good too. That's good too. That's good too.
Hell
I
yeah.
hate y'all.
Yeah. That's been crazy. Yeah.
Oh, the DMV episode.
The DMV. Yeah.
Oh.
DV.
What's up, Almond?
Got
Said,
stuff.
Almond D.
Shit. First off,
nigga.
my name ain't no damn Almond.
You so almondy.
You so almondy.
Right.
Classic.
Oh,
Fake,
when the
fake
dude,
ass
like,
Nino
had,
Brown
like, the,
stole my wallet.
Them niggas was supposed to go to a fucking monster truck joint. That nigga was mad. That nigga was-
Or was it
yeah.
Christmas and they got hijacked in the airport?
Oh, my man from my
And
man.
the lady was like, "Oh, I'm on TV," and she was like, fixing herself. She on TV.
It's some,
Right.
it's some classic moments.
All me.
Classic,
Nah,
yeah.
It's some classic low key moments.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When the Carolers was outside and he opened the window during Christmas time and they started hitting them with snowballs, he was like, "Oh, Shanae and all the fourth graders." That's a good joke too. That joke is fire. dog.
But that New Jack City jump when he came around, he had that fake dog. He was like, "It's
Oh.
Yo,
And then that jump fell and he jumped over top of that
Hold
jump. Oh, that jump was epic.
did y'all see the HBO special, the reunion jump? Did anybody watch the reunion?
I haven't seen it."
So they talk about that moment
Yeah.
on the reunion and how they're actually it was actually supposed to be a real dog.
dog, right.
Yeah.
And they pulled up to shoot the episode and they didn't have a real dog.
Yeah.
So Martin improvised all of that. If you look at everybody sitting at the
Everyone's
table, there's
cracking
one
up.
point when he
They're trying to
spazzed out with
laugh.
that
cracking up.
animal, they about to die laughing because these families.
Trying to keep it together.
Yeah, they trying to keep it together because they were supposed to have a real dog, and Martin was just wilding out with that fake dog.
That's
the Varnell Hill joke, Martin's trying not to laugh in that joke.
Oh, yeah.
When he was like,
that was on
catfish are
improv.
delicious.
That was on improv.
Yeah, all improv.
All them
Remember when
joints you trying to
Jodeci
laugh.
Oh
Another
God,
one. That's a good one.
Jodeci train was classic.
The whole Varnell Hill
Yeah.
sequence was
Yes,
dope.
Dope.
all of
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Why don't you do a good Varnell Hill?
I'm nice. I do my thing. You want me to do it now?
That was the point of me bringing it up, but it's cool.
Just
You
do
you
it,
threw it
Sam.
off. You threw it off already. You already ruined it.
Right.
Let's go back to the bowl, guys. So what else we got?
Get us one more.
What else we got going on in here? Steph, grab something out of there, man. Here, one more. Get us up out of here.
Nah, I don't want that one. This was supposed to be out. We did this one already.
All right, so throw it on the ground. Yeah, there you go.
Yikes.
Yeah, get rid of it.
That's a tough one. We want to have fun or we want to talk about some serious shit?
Don't matter.
Whatever it is.
All right.
That's the purpose of the bowl.
All right. Is it cool to have new friends of the opposite sex if you're in a relationship? New
I feel
friends.
like we.
Oh,
New
I
friends.
feel like we visited this already.
we do
New
that?
friends.
New friends specifically.
I feel like we did that too.
I'm gonna say yes. I don't. That whole. I always like refer to Drake when he's like, "No more new friends." Right? Fuck that, man. Like life's about, exploring, expanding your horizon, and people,
Did
into
you
your
hit
life.
the whole question?
He said new friends when you
you're in
got
a
a girl.
relationship.
When you're in a relationship.
Of the opposite sex.
The opposite sex.
Right. So if I meet of the opposite sex, a woman, right? You know what I'm saying? And we, hit it off in a certain realm as far as interest, that could open up doors to better the both of us, me and my relationship, then I'm down with that. As long as I'm being a man about it and saying and introducing whoever she is to my girl, and she knows where we stand as far as why there's a common interest, then yeah. But it's about keeping it respectable. I'm not calling this person, on the regular, like, oh, babe, give me a second. I'm chatting to such and such. Like, no, none of that. You know what I'm saying? If it's an interest that involves my better half, sure, I'm with that. You know what I mean? Like, nah.
I feel you. No, for me, I feel like if I meet a new friend on the opposite sex, and while I'm in a relationship, it's gonna be her friend.
Question though, right? And I think not to reflect on what you got going on with your wife or whoever, right?
Whoever.
But as far as Stefan, he's married too. You know what I'm saying? And Sharon, you pretty much.
I'm not married.
Okay, pardon me, but are we describing this person? Like, is she pretty?
Yeah, fuck it. For the sake of discussion, she's
Right,
bad.
because that's the only way we're looking at it, right?
Or
If she's
in your
pretty,
case, the male is
you know
handsome.
what I'm saying?
No.
Extremely.
I would say that in any regard, if any opposite sex, no.
But
Okay, so if your woman looks like the girl looks like Big Shirley, right? You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
You gonna have a.
she just came down on me hard.
Is there an issue?
Oh, right side.
I'm not looking for any new friends on the opposite
Big
sex
Shirley,
at all.
but Big Shirley
Yeah, but what
can
if
burn.
this new friend
But-
can help you get to the next level that you're trying to get to? Right?
That's different.
Right.
Though. Is that a friend or is that an opportunity?
Or is that work?
But
Is that work?
Or is that work?
That's
yeah,
business.
but
But how does this scenario happen? You out, you talking, you vibing, and y'all
That's
exchange
all
phone
that-
numbers,
that-
like
that-
everything.
Or maybe that
yeah, there's
person's
so
at
many
work
different variables because I feel like associate based on or contingent upon that person's helping you, get to a certain level, eventually just become your friend. So that's the only scenario that I'm looking at. I'm not talking about me on the road and me bagging somebody
All right,
or somebody
put it this
bagging
way.
me.
When-
I
like,
put you
nah.
in any situation that involves the other sex as a friend that's going to require more time outside of my.
No, that's
it's
a
gonna be-
violation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's a violation.
Friendship.
But that's what friendship is. Though,
That's what
right?
friend. Right.
I don't I don't have work friends.
If somebody
If
will help
I-
me get to another level, bro,
if-
I'm
Right
gonna have
about
to
that
be
stuff.
spending time with them. I have to be talking to them and on the phone with
Yeah,
them.
but if there's
I have to spend time with you outside of the environment in which I met you in order for you to be considered a friend.
Hold on.
Otherwise, you're just a work associate or whatever.
Yeah,
You just
I feel you.
Let me
Yeah.
build a scenario
That's
then
how I-
because it'll I think clear up the business aspects and get you where you going type thing. So you out at a bar with your homies, and your homies is talking to a group of ladies, right? And obviously you're not doing nothing. You married or you in a relationship. You're not there for that purpose, but we all standing around having conversation.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be no party pooper.
Right, exactly. You ain't going to. I can't talk to these women because I'm in a relationship. Like you standing around having normal conversation, friendly conversation. One of the jumps is bad. You realize that you guys are on the same page about a lot of shit. You follow each other on the gram, woo woo woo. You're building a friendship. There's nothing to help you gain business
Got you,
opportunities.
got
There's
you.
nothing in your future, nothing like
got
that.
you.
But y'all just
vibe.
clicked.
right.
No, we're not following each other either. Because if I'm in a full-on relationship,
You in a full-on relationship,
Yeah,
but there's a whole. You're both Libras. You both got a vibe
Yeah,
going. Like
because
it's a
in that
whole.
way
We
it's
just
so
friends. We both
swell.
Because you
we both
opening
into
the door.
fashion.
Yeah, that part.
You're opening the door.
Is that okay?
She better have a husband or a nigga that's there with her
That part.
at the same time too.
Well, I don't know because see, people are weird these days.
Yeah, that's a fact too.
Yeah, they-
But in that scenario, you know what I mean? Is that okay? Because again, you're not gaining anything from it business wise, anything like that.
Got you.
Because
So-
at
so-
that point, you could have a double date. Like, yo, boo, let's link up with them
Nah, I
and
hear
go,
you.
you know,
So-
That's the
eat or whatever.
difference,
That's
yes.
So
something.
let me
you know
answer the
what I'm saying?
question.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
you. So thank you for clarifying, Ram. With that scenario, no, I'm not going to pursue that type of friendship if I know that
Yes.
it's not going to be conducive to what I got going on.
Especially if you're serious in your relationship.
Exactly.
But
That's-
you vibed on everything.
I
Again,
hear
there's no
you.
business. But
no doubt. But
That's even more of a reason not to
Yeah.
start a friendship
Facts.
because you vibe on
Exactly.
everything.
Agree.
Don't
I agree.
Exactly.
I agree.
Don't
I
open
agree. I was just
open
putting
the
it.
door.
I was
Open that
avoiding
door.
the business stuff.
And guess
Right.
what? And guess what? How
Yeah.
honest are you going to be with your shorty? With like, yo, I just, I met someone. We hit it off, and I follow her, and she followed me now. Like, you're not going to tell
You're
her
not
that.
talking-
No.
You're not gonna tell your
If your
girlfriend that.
if your
because-
relationship is not based on that already, then that's not going.
Yeah, I'm not with that.
I agree with Nick.
I'm not with that.
If she's married at home or got a man at home or something, even if he's not there, if you're married and this is like like Nick said, let's go on a double date.
Even
Something
That's
like that,
something
yeah.
different.
even that. No, I need to meet the nigga you with. So
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's
He
ideal.
You know what I'm
knows,
saying?
yeah.
Like, look him in his eyes
It's a
and we
respect
get.
thing
It's a respect
anyway.
thing.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
And the bullshit starts incrementally. It starts with a follow.
Exactly.
Then it's a DM.
Then it's the extra.
Then it's a text.
Right.
Then it's a yo, what you doing tonight? You type shit. And now y'all out.
Right. Yeah.
Right, if it's strictly business, that's one thing, and then that's a business relationship. That's not your friend, probably.
Right.
You may develop a friendship because of the business, but it started with business.
That's what that's a work relationship.
Right.
That
That
part.
should stay at work.
Yeah.
Well, even then, it might end up a friendship. You might get invited to a barbecue or something like that. It might be a friendship there.
Some people that I work
I'm
with,
politely
I'm still
deny.
cool with.
Politely deny. It's so much shit that happened at work that be like, yeah, I'm sorry, I can't come through. It's like, so
You set your boundaries.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
I'm just not bound to closing those doors when it comes to opportunities. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
opportunity is definitely different.
Yeah, but it
That's
does.
definitely,
But people, I've seen people, it get messy. Like, nah, man, it's the opposite. Like, nah, Playboy, what we doing? Like, be open, be honest with wifey. Let her know what go on and what the reason why you're entertaining this, and involve her as
honestly,
well.
Though, honestly,
It's
keep it
a
a buck with
slippery
you, P,
slope, though.
It is a slippery slope.
And to keep it a buck with you, it's not easy. It's not easy to say some shit like that to wifey, because at the end of the day, you're not supposed to be out here meeting new bitches anyway.
Yeah, that part.
But it's not about you meeting. It's about you being in a scenario where, unfortunately, not even
You're not even supposed to be in that scenario, nigga. There's no situation.
But seeing it's different when you're with your wife.
If it's business, it's different. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what we're talking about.
But I mean, yeah, some
Well,
about
no, we're not
like-
just talking about business.
Yeah, we talk
Well,
about
no, but
like
as far as
friendship.
as far as
across the
framing it,
board,
I'm
yeah.
talking about, for me, as far as framing it, as far as the business plot, it has to, it would have to be with that only objective. Like, listen, you know what I'm saying? Because it gets messy. You know what I'm saying?
It does.
Like Steph said, one text leads to a meetup, and then that meetup,
part.
it goes
Just
left.
don't open the door.
But the question is, what kind of friend are we talking about? We talking about an everyday conversation type friend? Because as far as that's concerned,
That's not okay.
my friendship life is set.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't need no extra shit. I don't need no new variables in my life and none of that type of shit. So
I'm single and I don't need that.
I'm good on that. I'm good on that.
I mean, if it's a once in a while type thing,
Yeah.
Cool.
how you doing type shit. But even that's dicey.
Yeah,
It's all a slippery fucking slope,
Like, 'cause,
bro.
yeah,
Like,
for-
you know,
If you don't,
I mean,
I don't know.
It's not impacting your life. The impact it's gonna have in your life might be a fucking bad situation.
a business relationship could
Yeah,
be
I
a
mean,
slippery
yeah.
slope.
Yeah, but
it
I
definitely could
me,
be too.
I'm just not.
You're right.
I'm not a shady person.
You're right.
I'm an open book when it comes to that. Like, I'm just honest. Like, if
I mean, I'm open. I'm open. I'm an open book as far as that too. Like even being in a relationship, we have our boundaries of how things go. But if he was to say like, oh yeah, I just met this chick and this, that, and the third. I mean, at the end of the day, for me, because I'm not married, I ain't married. So if that's a new friend that you talking to, then that's cool. It is what it is. But
look, we all basically pushing.
Yeah.
We either 40 or pushing 40, right?
Yeah, but-
like, can you go into a new friendship with good intentions or pure intentions of just being fucking friends?
no, a lot.
Someone of the opposite sex?
The whole reason y'all talking
not in a
is
new
because y'all were
situation.
attracted to one another in
It's
the
a
first
vibe.
place.
That's the
Yeah,
key right
there's
there,
a-
Playboy.
That's the whole reason
I don't
y'all
attract
vibing in the
ugly
first
women.
place.
Feel me? Like, so yeah.
What'd you say?
I say I don't attract ugly women.
Because Paul is
I
Paul. You
just
feel
being
me?
honest, I don't.
Protein legs.
Feel me?
He gets them.
Well, rumor has it that you're not attracting women anyway.
Oh yeah, based on that rumor.
That's what they saying.
Yeah.
You got on some
That's
Gucci daddy
crazy.
shorts.
Yeah, I got on jeans on today though.
Yeah, that's
You
what I'm
know
saying. Ladies,
Yeah, ladies. Thank you, ladies.
the ones that have been inquired
On Instagram, I'm running the model. My DMs are open. My page ain't private. You know what I'm saying? Just slide
This
through.
nigga is plugging himself.
Yeah.
This nigga
Yeah.
just. Oh my god.
Tell them more.
My fault.
Yeah.
My fault.
Yeah.
My fault. I thought that's what we was talking about.
I'm putting my mans on.
At the end of the day, he the only one on here that's single.
You feel me?
I hear you.
Shit. Put yourself out there, Playboy.
Yeah,
Live
might
your
as
life,
well, 'cause
man.
They
Live your
looking.
life.
They looking.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But listen,
That's
it's been a-
low key. That's why Rim want to get on the show. Yeah. Rim, come here.
Kiss the boy. You don't have to do anything.
Rim.
Rim got action, dog. Rim got emotion out here. What the fuck?
Remember gonna have his own show.
Hey, we
On
about-
VH1.
Yeah.
He just called his own Rim the model.
Slow
Run the
motion
model.
for me.
I ain't mad at you. Damn.
Nah, I already got my name together. It's A-Man. Nah, man.
No,
Oh,
man.
dang.
I hear you.
Nah, man.
Well, listen, on that note, it's been another awesome episode of Amen Say Man. It's your boy P.
Marvelous.
Nick G.
Rim the model.
Staff Muse.
And we out.